please, Chris and Nick. And comedy and
business management.
That's what's up.
Situation.
Real stuff.
I feel like I got a hum. Hold on.
I got a little bit of a hum.
Yeah.
I think it might be
Yeah, it's like business management, kind of all around. I do a lot of different things.
But no stand-up.
No stand-up. I love stand-up, and I tried it twice, and that was not fun. It's not my thing. I have anxiety, and so getting up in front of people and doing shit like that just isn't my thing.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely nerve-wracking.
It's the scariest thing I've ever done. That's also the most fun shit I've ever done.
I know when the first time I did it, I've actually got it on video.
Yeah.
And it was my very first time ever, and you can see I'm reaching for the mic stand, and my fucking hand is
shaking.
And I'm just putting my hand on it so it'll stop. Oh man, I was so nervous.
I helped in the beginning, not like helped, but like we wrote.
Settle down, bro. You get that a little closer.
We wrote some jokes together in a sense, like just kind of looking over.
Yeah,
so I like doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever sat down and written, like I was so new to it.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it for very long either. I mean, I want to say I got on stage the first time in like 2018, like January of 2018.
You don't do it no more?
Well, I stopped because of my dad. Because every time I try to get ready for a show, my dad was in a nursing home, or he was in physical therapy, or I mean. The last I wanted to come to, there was a show a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember which one it was, but I'd planned on going. I made the arrangements for work, and my dad goes into the hospital.
Yikes!
And then the day he got out was there was a Friday show, and it was, I can't remember which one it was, but I wanted to try to come to it, and I ended up having to work.
Was it a tiki show?
It may have been, yeah.
Most of the Fridays, I think, I don't know if I've seen another place with a Friday show.
Is that not when they do they do Saturdays at the Missing Link?
Yeah, Saturdays they usually do Missing Link, and that's why I kind of cornered in on Fridays, like, hey, we'll just make this Friday.
So the tiki show is your show?
Yes. All the tiki stuff falls under the Don't Take This Serious banner.
Okay, yeah. And that's you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's fun as shit, man. Like, it's a cool spot, and it's one of those places that you drive by and you're like, I'm not fucking going in there ever. And we're kind of turning it around to where, like, there's not just 85-year-old ladies in there.
Yeah.
Like, we went into, what was it, New Year's Eve, we went in there, and I was like, hey, let's, we ain't got a show. Let's just go in, hang out, show our love for tiki again. Like, let's just spend some money there so they know, like, hey, we support y'all other than the times you're supporting us kind of thing. And literally, there wasn't a person under there under the age of 65. And so I went up to the bartender, and I was like, what's up with all the fucking blue hairs, man? And she was like, this is our crowd.
No shit.
And I was like, no, it's not. And she goes, no, it's not your crowd. Your crowd is young people. You are the people bringing life back into this fucking place.
Like,
I was like,
oh,
shit.
So stop me if I'm wrong. Is there two bars there? Tiki in the back bar?
So the back bar is Joe's Lounge.
It used to be something else, right?
I think it's been Joe's for a while. I'm not 100%
Is that
sure.
Because they used to do an open mic jam session.
Yeah, they still do that, I think. No, Tiki does those, I think, on Tuesdays.
Well, I know that back in the day, it was a Monday with Jerry Beach. Local guitar player.
Yep.
I know his daughter, Robin. And I actually played at that open mic one time, long time ago. I used to play the drums.
She performed over a New Year's Eve.
Robin? No,
she
hell of a set of pipes on her, man.
Yeah, she can sing.
Yeah, I remember the first time I ever heard her sing, it was Rolling on the River. Yeah. And I was like, damn.
You're like, this bitch can sing. Yeah.
I mean, her daddy played the shit out of that guitar too, man. Yeah. And I remember when I was up there, it was my, like, I'd been playing the drums for maybe 3 months.
Yeah.
It was my first time ever getting up live and trying to do it. And he was like, everybody look at him. This is his first time. I'm like, making nervous.
Struggling.
You fucking son of a bitch. No, he said it before we even started.
God.
And he's like, everybody look at him. He's a new guy.
Make sure he knows he's uncomfortable.
And that night, the guitar player gave me the best advice, or the bass player gave me the best advice I ever got as a drummer, which was play the notes that I play. If I'm playing quarter notes, you do quarter notes. If I'm doing whole notes, don't do quarter notes.
Yeah, don't keep doing the same shit.
Play with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right. So, but I mean, I was so new and I was so nervous. remember. I think I dropped the sticks like 4 times in
just
in one
hands.
song. Yeah, boom, clack, boom, clack. I mean, just basic.
Just trying to stay afloat.
Yeah, just back there sweating bullets.
Yeah.
So who shoots y'all's videos?
I got a buddy named Joel Primrose. Shout out Joel. He's I've known Joel probably like 10 years or so. Used to work at Landers with him, and he was the reason I stayed afloat over there. He was an internet manager, and he kept giving me leads and shit. And but yeah, Joel, he's full-time online internet sales or whatever over at Landers. But like his passion is like, I like doing these cool, funny advertising shit. Like, just I like shooting videos. And so I hit him up and I was like, hey, you got a nice camera. I need your fucking help. And he's like, come on, let's go. And so Joel's been helping with that. And him and Nick kind of helped me get to the point where I knew how to run the social media shit.
That
shit's brutal.
I need somebody like you.
Yeah, the shit's brutal, man. It's but once you kind of figure out the formula, it's a real basic formula too. Like, hey, you spend this amount of money, you target this amount of people, that's how many people will come to your show. And I figured out the secret sauce to, hey, if I want 30 to 50 people there, this is how much I need to spend. This is who I need to target. Or if I want 100 people there, this is how much I need to spend.
Really?
Yeah. So there is a
happened too. Like there's 100 people came to 7-Tap. Or over 100 people came to 7-Tap.
Now, was that the rooftop show?
No,
that's something I wanted to ask you about. So that's this two totally different things. 'Cause
Yeah.
it looked like the pictures that I saw. It looked like there was a lot of people.
There,
whatever that outdoor venue was that y'all did.
We did we did the rooftop show, and we had about 50 people there because we had 45 chairs. So we stopped the ticket sales right at 50. And we ended up selling it out. That fucking night was so goddamn cold.
It was fun though, man. That was a really cool time.
It was a cool show, but every single one of the comics was so cold that they all ate shit up there.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Chris has been really good about doing when we started doing this, and we can do the origin story if you want.
Yeah, go for it. Tell me whatever.
But just before that, he's so good at finding these random venues that we can do stuff at. So we did one at a tattoo shop, and that was super fucking cool. And then the rooftop, super cool. And then we just talked with somebody, and it looks like we're going to be doing it at a vape shop in a couple of months, maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking a couple of months so I can settle down on other shit and then get back to that.
But just trying to do pop-up comedy shows in different locations is so fire. And it's something a great idea that you've had from the jump.
Because most of them, like the tattoo shop, free show. We're going to do the vape shop, 100% free show, because basically what that does, we get these places that have a following, and we're like, well, we got a following too. We know our people will come, but let's introduce more people to this shit. Let's not charge them. Let's just do it for free.
Right.
So the tattoo shop, me and him were at first we were doing shit giveaways at Tiki, hey, we're going to do a raffle. We're going to give away a $40 bar tab. And so people are like, fuck it, I can go get drunk for free. Let's go do that. And the tattoo shop, we were like, shit, you want to go? Me and him were like, hey, let's just throw half each and do a $50 gift card there. And I talked to the owner of the shop, and I was like, hey, do you want to go half on a $50 gift card with us? And he's like, I'll just give you all a free $100 one. So, yeah, at the end of the night.
Nice.
Yeah, Ghost Fire Tattoo.
Yeah, shout out Ghost Fire, man.
Yeah, what's his name?
You got Shane McCormick over there. Yeah, he's the one that runs that shop. And he's really cool. He hit me up the other day, and they're about to have their anniversary party that they do every year, and he wants to get us back over there, and he's like, I want to do comedy and bands, which anybody's done comedy with music, it's a shit show, but we're going to fucking do it.
Fucking who cares?
Yeah, who cares? I was like, if we can get one more person interested in this shit, that's all I'm wanting to do.
That's awesome. Well, I didn't realize y'all were doing that much. I guess I saw it. I didn't realize it was you guys putting it. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Because we have no comedy scene here. And that was one of the problems I had with it when I was doing it. It was like, man, you don't get to do it enough.
Yeah.
It felt like I was telling the same jokes over and over again.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to kind of get them, off the ground.
And it's real hard when you have so when I first started, I was going every week over to LOL. And I was just like, okay, I need a new 5 minutes each time I do it.
Right.
Which is fucking hard.
Right.
I can make shitty jokes, but I don't want to go up there and halfway do it. That's how I was kind of thinking it. And recently I've gotten to the point I'm tired of fucking writing jokes. I'm going to take a step back and just build this brand up and build the comedy scene, and then I'll hop back in the meantime.
Yeah.
So
it seems to be tough building any kind of a scene here in Shreveport.
So my kind of whole game plan was, so the whole reason this thing started out with me and Nick, I'm off on Fridays. I work a 4-day week, and Nick's like, fuck it, we need to hang out. Like, let's do guys' night every Thursday. So we were, like, finding shit to do. Like, one night we went to the casino, and he was like, yo, you want to have a free night? Have you ever had a free night? This is the greatest fucking concept in the whole world.
It works.
Please explain.
Okay.
Cigarettes up for grabs?
You can have, yeah, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. So
you want a cigar? You want a cigar?
I'll smoke a cigar, man.
All right, I got the one that you asked for.
Hell
too,
yeah, Cuba.
When I went in there and asked her, I was like, do you have something called an acid Cuba? She said, Scuba, dumbass. I said, oh, okay. You sure you don't want one?
No, I'm good right now. Thank you.
Let me get you one.
But yeah, when we first started, like the free night. So Nick's like, look, we're gonna go to the casino. I'm gonna put some money on what are you betting, colors or?
No, we did. You play 3-card poker.
Okay, yeah.
So he was.
I like 3-card.
So he decided, like, hey, this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna start. Excuse my Diet Coke beer burps, Diet Coke beers, but so he put some money on it, and he won. I think it was like $40 or whatever.
Yeah, you just go in with a small amount of money. You don't go crazy. You go in with like $50. You do 3-card poker. You're only playing against the house.
Right.
You're gonna fucking win.
Right.
And so once you win like $30, cool. Don't keep playing. And now you go down. You were able to play for like what? We played for like an hour and a half off that.
Is this a good enough cut? Is this gonna smoke?
I love it. Yeah,
That's
I like
a good
that.
cut?
I like that little V cut. If you don't mind, and I'll take your trash. Well, you can just put in that ashtray.
And then we just take that the winnings and we go down to 8-ounce Burger Bar and we eat, and then we had a free night.
I love 8-ounce. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So like we got to have a guys' night and not spend any money. And then if you lose, you still got to go and hang out, and it only cost you $50, you know, to go and have this fun night with the bros.
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. My wife and I used to go, but we took $100 a piece. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's what we always thought that we had to spend. And we do blackjack, though, and that shit has a tendency to disappear quick, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like 3-card. I never think about playing it until I've only got $25 left. And I like Let It Ride.
Yeah, just put it on there. Yeah. Don't even fucking look at the cards. Just let it happen. Yeah, remember we were doing that, and like you got so nervous about that because I was like, yeah, fuck it, don't even look at the cards.
And they wouldn't.
Oh, you talking about 3-card poker? Yeah. What have you ever played Let It Ride?
Oh, that's a
game. Yeah,
oh no,
yeah.
I haven't played that.
So what it is it's basically it's poker. So you get 2 cards. The dealer you get 2 cards. The dealer kicks over 3. You bet. You have 3 bets, 1 bet, 2 bet, 3 bet, right? So the dealer, you get your cards, and based on your cards, you decide, do I want to keep all 3 bets out, or do I want to pull this one back? And if you have jacks or better, it's automatically 1-1. You know what I mean? Or 2-1, whatever it is. So the dealer flips over 1 card. So now you've got 4 cards. So you're trying to make a poker hand, jacks or better, pair of jacks or better. And when she flips over her first or her second card, you decide, do I want to take my second bet back? And you have to leave your last bet down. So based on what you have, you're trying to run it out. And if you run it out on the last one, now you got a jack in your hand, she flips over jack, hey, you win. But if you turn it over and you got a pair of jacks in your hand, you just let it ride. And you get paid on all 3. If she flips over jack, then you got trip jacks. If she throws over another one, you got 4. Holy shit! Oh my God! I think it's one of those tables that it maxes out on what you can win.
Yeah.
And it's $25,000 for a hand if you get a royal flush. And I think it's like if you're betting $5 a hand, it's like ridiculous to 1.
I haven't seen this at the game at the Bose.
Yeah, I know they used to have it. I hadn't been in the casino in a long time. They used to have it, but it's called Let It Ride. So much fun.
I want to look for that.
Yeah, so much fun. If you like 3-card poker, I think you'd like Let It Ride.
Let me see that cutter again.
Yeah,
so that's how it started. Though, is like we just needed something to do. And at that point, were you still drinking at that point?
I think
you had just like
not enough. Sorry.
No, yeah, I'm good.
I'll get a round one.
No, you're good. So I'd recently quit drinking. So let's go deep into this shit. We're just gonna talk about my sobriety. I got to a point when I was drinking like a 12-pack a day. Like I'd get off work, grab a 12-pack, and just fucking pound it back. I got 2 kids. Like I'm just being a fucking asshole at this point. And we went to the Highland Parade.
Yeah, my favorite.
It's a great parade. I don't remember this one, but like it got to a point like told my wife, I was like, we walked up to the parade from our buddy's house, and I was like, hey, I got to go piss. I'm going to go back to the house. She's like, all right. I walk back to the house. I start peeing, and all of a sudden, next thing I knew, like, I straight blacked out, and I was just covered in piss on the ground. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And, like, I can't go tell my wife how fucking drunk I am. I've been pounding back Bloody Marys.
Let the good times roll.
Fucking I let them roll. It was a Sunday before work, too. And then I was like, I told her, I went back, and I was like, hey, I just pissed all over myself. We got to go. And she's like, no, like, the kids are having a good time.
This is family day.
Yeah, this is family day. And I'm like, but I'm shitty drunk pissing on myself.
I'm not trying to laugh at you. I'm just thinking about if I went back and told my wife, hey, I just pissed all over myself, we got to go. Their response that I would get.
About the same, like, go fuck yourself.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Deal with
stop
it.
being an alcoholic. And
that's great.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to go pass out in the car. She's like, all right, cool. So I wake up and we're driving at this point. My wife's fucking furious at me, obviously. And all of a sudden, I'm like, pull over, and then just all in the fucking car. And I've been drinking Bloody Marys all fucking day.
It's rough.
Yeah. And so, like, there's throw up all over the goddamn
And it's
car.
never cold here in winter, so it's probably 80 degrees.
Dude, and her interior's, like, light gray and shit, too. It's leather, so it wiped off pretty good, but there's still some red stains up in the, like, the ceiling and shit. And so the next day, I was just, like, on my way to work at, like, 3 in the morning. And I'm just like, I fucking hate everything. Like, you know that hangover, you're all depressed and shit. And I was like, as I got to the Red River Bridge, I stopped at it and got out. And I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to jump. Like, I can't do this shit anymore. And then some made me just go to work. And that night, my daughter was like, I don't like it when you drink because it makes you sick. And I was like, oh, fuck. And that was the last drink I ever had.
Good for you.
That was 11 months ago today, actually.
Hell yeah. And prior to that, too, like, I'd been riding his ass because you wrecked a four-wheeler. You were fucked up, wrecked a four-wheeler, fucked your back up.
I forgot about that.
Drinking, you know what I mean?
Oops.
Yeah, oopsie.
Just fucking drinking. And so sobered up, was like, hey, and that was our guys' night prior to that because we needed a guys' night. I work a lot, he works a lot, and we just needed that release to just go and get the fuck away for a minute. And it was our Thursdays. And so, you know, when you were still drinking, we would go out to a bar, you know what I mean?
Right.
You could always find something to do. You're
Right.
drinking.
Yeah.
And then sobered up, and it's like, fuck. And we kind of fucked around for like 2 or 3 weeks. And like, we didn't know what to do. And I was like, dude, you've got to find something.
Yeah, I got to find something.
You got to find something like a hobby, like something that you like
need
to
a
do.
vice.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be that, but you need something.
Yeah. I was like, what do you like to do? And he's like, well, I like comedy. I was like, well, fuck it. Let's find a place here in town and let's just do it. And I had met Glenn months prior randomly
at
Bears.
Oh, at Bears.
He was doing a thing at Bears, and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, there's some funny people here. First time I'd ever seen him, and I went and spoke with him for a while, and I said, yeah, I do comedy, and this and that and the other. And he told
Was
me
he
about
an asshole?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, he did not want to talk to me at all. I was a brand new guy to him.
Yeah. No, I can tell you what he said to me the first time I talked to him, but go ahead.
I broke the ice a little bit, and he said something about LOL, and so anyways, I started telling Chris, like, hey, man, like, let's just go down to this comedy club, and I don't know if we wrote jokes prior to going down there or how that actually worked.
I think, well, I had some shit that I'd been writing but never wanted to do stand-up because I was like, fuck it, I'll just drink. Like, this is fine. I just had some shit in my phone kind of written, but I wasn't serious. But we went to that Missing Link show, and I remember, like, 3 of the comics were dog shit. And I looked at Nick and I go,
oh, you saw me perform.
Yeah, I saw you, man. No, your set was great. But I was like, I looked at Nick and I was like, I'm funnier than these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. And I was like, fuck it, yeah, I'll come do the open mic. And the next week is when we went to Mark and Clyde's show over at LOL. And I remember because they were like, I wrote a 5-minute set. I'd practice it all week, recorded it, listened to it over and over and over. And Mark was like, he walked up and he was like, if this is your first time, you get 2 minutes. And I was like, Jesus, fuck, I don't have 5 like already ready. And he's like, and you get a free drink. And I'm like, well, I don't drink. Like, I'm trying to not do that. And he's like, or you can do 5. And I was like, okay, cool. And he called me up and he was like, you want to do 2 or 5? And I was like, I got 5. He's like, all right, cool. And I went up, and right after, of course, the nervous, shaky shit, like the whole like, oh, fuck. But I'm up there, I did my whole set, and Mark, after he came up, and he's like, that was for real your first time? I go, yeah. And he's like, keep at it, man. Yeah. Like, that was fucking great.
Yeah.
Like,
so it was cool, like
nice.
encouragement on the, like very early on. It was like just some encouragement, you know, and it was like maybe this is something. And then maybe not to go too much into detail, but we just wanted another spot to do it at.
Yeah.
We seemed like that particular place wasn't the most beneficial at the time, and we just wanted more places. So we're like, hey, let's find a place. And prior to the sobriety, we would go to Tiki and kind of hang out. And so we were kind of familiar with them. I'd spoke to Jack a couple of times and Blair, the bartender, a couple of times. And so we kind of, a couple of weeks into LOL, we just ran over there and said, fuck it, let's go ask them. We asked them, hey, can we get a Friday night? And they were kind of hesitant at first because they were like, oh, we've tried comedy before, it doesn't work. I'm like, no, just trust us. Like, I know social media stuff.
We're completely different than
everybody that's ever tried this.
Trust me.
We're good at what we've never tried.
But, you know.
That's right, yeah.
But, yeah, they said, fuck it, do it. And so we did it. And the first show that we did, we ran some promotion. This is prior to having Joel doing any kind of videos or anything like that.
Yeah, it was just me and you on that.
I just do, like, I have a social media agency now. Prior, I didn't have it, but I was building to that. And so we just filmed content on a phone, and we did these videos, and he did, like, these really funny, like, Coach Chris videos and stuff like that.
Were you sitting behind a table or something?
No, not on that one. The Coach Chris was actually down in his downstairs bedroom, and he was just like, let's just do something like a coach or whatever. Well, I used to do, like, promotional videos over at Landers because of Joel. He'd be like, hey, I trust you doing this shit. Let's just run one real quick, and I'll edit it down and post it. I was like, all right, cool. So he was like, just like be like a coach. I was like, all right, fuck it, I got it. And
he grabbed this marker. He's like, Coach Chris here.
Yeah, just straight into it.
And I didn't expect the shit at all. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, this is great.
So we cut.
Chris
we cut it. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, how was that? And he was like, fuck it, let's run with that one, man. That was great. I was like,
we did two of them that day.
Yeah.
We did another one, like a kind of like a country one. And anyways, we ran both of those videos on Instagram. We did a little bit of promotion behind them. Those we didn't even do paid behind it. We just kind of spammed
it was all organic.
It was organic. And we did that probably a month prior to the show.
Yep.
And that first show, we ended up having about 80 to 90 people come. And we're like, okay, we kind of have something here.
Good job, fellas.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good job, fellas.
So,
because I've been to plenty of shows where there was 5 people.
Yeah.
3 of them were comics.
And, you know, that's another problem that we saw, like, at no shots, but, like, at LOL, like, we just saw that, like, nobody was really coming. And
Not for the open mics.
Show.
Their regular shows, they have a, you know, they put advertising behind it. They've got names behind it.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the problems with the open mics is people read the names and they're just not familiar with it.
I think the thing is, and the way that we're kind of flipping it on its head is, like, people will say open mic and then not take it, the people on the other side of it, the comics, don't take it maybe as serious to tell everybody because it's an open mic.
Yeah.
And so,
or they just don't take it serious, period.
Yes.
And there's this thing.
There are those that are here. I mean, look, I've been guilty of both sides of it, taking it too serious, taking it very, you know, and not taking it serious enough.
Yeah.
I want to ash. Try not to.
Just do it, man. I did mine too soon too. So
let it ride.
Be with me, man.
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
Okay, let's see how long we can get it going.
I beat Scooby the other night. Sorry, I drifted. So
no, you're good. You know, so it was just like let's just try to take it a little bit more serious and put something behind the open mic thing. And I kind of have some understanding of, like, why this happens. I think my assumption is because I used to do music. I was a music producer for a while, and I made something happen with it, kind of. And when you're in that space, a music producer, you're creating the content, you're having to edit the content, you're having to promote the content, you're having to reach out to the customers. You have to do fucking everything.
Yep.
And from a creator's perspective, the creator's curse is you just want to fucking create. You don't want to do all the other shit.
Yeah.
And so, thankfully, I just kind of pushed through that and learned a little bit about both sides and going, like, you have to have both parts. And this is where, when Chris started doing it, this is how I kind of felt like here was my place, is to be able to help these guys understand, like, yeah, y'all just fucking create it, and then we're going to figure out how to get this thing promoted and get people to the shows.
Yeah.
And it's been working out.
That's awesome. Well. The teamwork dynamic is what has to be what makes it work.
Are people able to see what's on the screen? No.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, what you got?
Oh, I was just curious. I didn't know if they could
see. So
I was going to send you the Coach Chris one.
Yes, or is it on YouTube or something?
It's on Instagram.
Let's see.
But I can send you a link somewhere.
Yeah, if you send it to hismancaveproductions@gmail.com. And yeah, I can get I can let people see the screen. I'm fancy. But this was what I was so excited about meeting, you know, the group that y'all have here is if y'all are interested, if we can figure something out, I would love. I mean, you see my whiteboard. It's
you got plans.
It's full of stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wrote a short movie that it's not funny. It's just, you know.
Gmail?
Yeah, at gmail.com. His Man Cave Productions at gmail.com. Let's see.
This is the very first thing we ever
Was that
did.
the first one?
It was the very first one.
We ain't got no sound, man. Where we at?
I just didn't. I'm a dumbass.
I haven't seen this in so long.
Me neither.
Just something quick.
That's good.
It caught though.
That is so good.
I think one of them ended up getting like 5,000 views.
Yeah.
Got Mark do y'all's logo?
Nope.
No, my wife.
His wife does all
Fuck
our
yeah,
flyers and
family
shit.
business.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So like my wife does.
Mark charges me a lot of money when I ask him to do a logo.
Oh, yeah, he's good. He's good, dude. His wife charges me the same.
Yeah, no.
That's a great.
I've used
That
the
is
fuck out of
great. That is fantastic. I liked it. And you did that from a cell phone?
Yeah. So like the social media agency that I run, we have a couple of clients now, but the thing that a lot of people fail at, in my opinion, is that they try to overproduce things. And in today's world, especially when you're looking at content creation, you need quantity instead of quality. That's not to say that you get rid of quality, because that was okay. Because at the end of the day, these people are seeing this on their phone. So to go and spend hours and all this time coming up with the script and this and that and the other, you're wasting time just going and saying, hey, do it, Coach Chris, sound good? Boom, do it, you know, and then we put it out there. So all of the clients that we have, we record their stuff on cell phones, because that's the way that people are viewing the content. It makes it really fast for us to put it into production, like when we run it and add subtitles and things like that. So yeah, everything is done through a cell phone.
That makes me feel so stupid because I'm 42 years old and I'm still thinking old school, because I'm thinking I don't consume my content via my phone. I'm an idiot.
You do?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't really.
You don't?
No,
None?
no, I mean some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you see me share something, I was telling Scooby about this the other day. You see me share something, I'm taking a shit. Now you know what's up. You know what I mean?
And
You need a cup?
No, this is all. I'm going to swallow it. Like
here's the funniest thing, man. It's like another one of those curses.
I knew I liked you.
Yeah.
What is it?
I said I'm going to swallow it like a good boy.
Nice.
Another one of those curses is like if you end up being in the product, like let's say you're like doing sales, right? You'd be like, I wouldn't buy this, but other people would. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to like sell a shirt or whatever, or sell a service or something like that, you're like, it's not my thing. And so like the same thing for the content creation. Like I don't consume my content on the phone, but that doesn't mean that like fucking everybody else does.
Yeah, no, that just makes me an idiot, to be honest. I mean, that's why I'm sitting here. As soon as you said that, I was like, huh. You know, like, fuck you, boomer. Like, fucking, why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? Like, I watch my son, my daughter, all three of my kids do it. And it's like, Jesus, of course they do. And that's one thing I've been worried about. It's like, man, this camera sucks. You know, I did recently, for recording with my phone, I got some lapel mics for the iPhone.
Nice.
Hadn't tried them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking.
I got them though, motherfucker.
I got GoPros. I've got a bullshit camera. I've got stands. I've got, mics. I've got lapel mics. I've got all this crap. And I just don't
do shit with it.
I don't do shit with it. I'm fucking tired of it. And that's why y'all are sitting here today.
That's why we're here right now,
That's
man.
right. It's because I'm trying to, do something. I mean, I've been emailing people, and like, fuck, I got to do something. It's like I said, there's something trying to come out of me, and I don't know,
Let's fucking get it out, bro.
That's what let's
fucking do it.
So let's fucking do. If y'all are game, I am game.
And we, they're obviously, I don't know what kind of people you're looking for on this kind of platform, but
I don't care.
I mean, we got plenty of people that you could have on here, especially comics right now. We're about to get some out-of-town comics in town.
We might.
I'm nobody. Don't get it wrong. Like, if I posted this video right now, maybe 6 people. I think I got 25 viewers.
Yeah.
Well, you do have a social media agency owner sitting right here.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, if you guys are interested, I am with. And again, I built this for this. Mm-hmm. This is what this was built for. It's my office also. I work from home, so I do use it as an office, but this is what this is built for. This is why this table's here. It's why these microphones are here. It's why that soundboard's over there. It's why everything is everything. Any advice that you got, I'd love to have. Any, like, hey, your sound sounds like shit. Let's fix it. You know what I mean? Because I've had that soundboard over there for, 3 years. Glenn's, one of Glenn's buddies gave it to me. And Scooby came over Tuesday, so last Saturday was the first time I ever played with the effects.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh yeah, this thing does all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
it doesn't just turn off and on.
Yeah, oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
I can put that in the background.
Well, here's something that could be interesting. I don't know if this is something that we did or did not want to talk about.
Mm-hmm. I can cut it out if needs be.
Okay. There's an out-of-town person that Chris reached out to.
Yes.
He's getting really good at this, and they opened up for Louis C.K. We recently went and saw Louis C.K. He reached out to them, and they're willing to come up here and do a show in the next couple of months.
Yeah, I think in March we're going to get her down.
So when we have people like that come in, because we do want these people to come, we could take them and bring them here too, and then rock a podcast with them.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like get stories from her. How was being on the road with Louis? You know what I mean? Like,
and for the record, I have no problem being like the man that sits over here and does the back and forth. No. I'm just saying, like, my presence in all this isn't like I want to be center stage in the front face. No.
You're nothing like Glenn.
I want to have some fun, and I want to get some sort of a vibe and an atmosphere here where we can, because I'm a huge fan of comedy too.
Yes.
And where we can get, the guys that are coming, like Tony Casillas.
Yes.
Hilarious. I don't know if you know who he is.
I have no idea.
Hilarious comedian. He's a coming up guy. I guarantee you'll hear about him soon.
Yeah.
We stumbled across him when I was just, when I first started doing comedy. Anybody had a microphone in the picture. You know what I'm saying? I was friend requested.
Yeah.
And he was one of the guys. We were going to be in Oklahoma. He posted about being in a show in Oklahoma. We went. I met him. Great guy. And we've had some correspondence back and forth.
Yeah.
And if we had the support from the community, if they trusted us with comedy, because I feel that's one thing, like with the shows that I've been a part of and the comedy that I've been a part of, there is, there's some interest there, but then when they showed up, the trust gets dwindled away because the show's no good.
Yes.
And you have, you have certain comics that would throw a temper tantrum and get off stage, or like me, I'm a new guy, and I have my flaws, and I get stuck in a conversation, can't figure out how to get out of it.
Yes.
Or instead of treating it like an open mic and working on something, I tried to,
you were showcasing your material,
or vice versa.
Yeah.
So, and it was, we all bear the burden of what we've done as far as the trust in comedy in this town. Sounds like y'all are doing a lot to turn that around.
We're doing our
especially
best.
With the following that you seem to have been able to accumulate. But
it gets hard with there's pushback, and we're trying to figure out how to mitigate that pushback.
What do you mean?
I don't know if I want to say too much about it. It's not just from like a venue. It's from some comics and stuff like that. But I think it's just because
from the local guys.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Well, it's not necessarily like
it was more earning trust.
And I think that
fair enough.
Like, who the fuck are these guys? What are they trying to do with us?
And even though maybe we've earned a little bit of trust now, like, it's still kind of hard to navigate the space because, again, coming from that creator space, people that are frontmen or whatever, like it's them. It's me, right? I'm the guy. And I think when we started trying to do this, and we did Don't Take This Serious, and it was like a branded thing, I think that there was some, I don't know what you would say, just mixed feelings about like, well, it's new guys, now they've got a branded thing, and I've had my thing going on, and so how is that going to fit into what this is, And we kind of have a hard time plugging ourselves into that situation and saying like, hey, we now have proof that we can bring 120 people to a show, 80 people to a show, and let's do that with the other people as well. But if we do that, we would like to do it under don't take this serious.
Yeah, if I'm putting in the work to get them there, like, well, and I've told people multiple times, like, hey, they're not there to see me. And a couple people have told me, which I didn't even realize, like, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but, like, when I talk about a comedy show, they're like, oh, is it that don't take this serious thing? It's like, you have become the face of comedy in Shreveport, which I didn't realize. And, like, not taken away, because obviously I'm not the most talented guy up there. There's, like, 8 or 9 guys way better than me. So I always tell them, like, hey, they're not here to see my shitty jokes. Like, y'all are the ones that keep them coming. I'm just doing the effort to get the word out.
I was about to say, let me just be very clear. I haven't been part of the scene in a while, but I know what I know from when I was part of the scene. Yeah. And what is different between you and everybody else is you two are trying.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing that I found disappointing. And I know people are going to get butthurt hearing this shit. And if you think I'm talking about you, I guess I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I used to tell my guys. If you got a guilty conscience about what I'm saying, then I guess I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking in general. And I was guilty of not taking it serious.
Yeah.
Me and the owner of the Missing Link were the ones that kind of started that Missing Link show, because I was trying to sign him as one of my restaurants.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what about, because I, wanted more venues.
If I can't get
comedy.
you here, then let's just do this then.
And he was like, fuck yeah, I'd love to do some comedy. And we started.
That's Brady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brady.
And then fortunately, Glenn kept it going. Glenn and the other comics kept it going. So don't get it wrong. I'm not like, I started it.
Yeah.
But where I fell short was I allowed my life to overwhelm me, which is what I'm sure happens in a lot of cases.
Yes.
But the fact is the direction that the comedy scene was going was just
a circle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you guys are making a lane, you may not want to try to get into that circle.
Yeah.
And just do what you're doing, because it sounds like you've started your own path.
Yes.
And the path that we need here for comedy clearly is not the way it was.
Yeah, we need it. I've told multiple people, like, hey, like, the train's moving. It's going slow right now. Fucking hop on.
Get in where you fit in. And we've even talked about that too, because at first we had people come over to my house. Like, all the comics came into the house. We started trying to like talk about things and talk about how we wanted stuff to go. And then all of a sudden, not that opinions are bad or anything like that, but there was just a lot of like different type of opinions. And it's like, well, either we can sit in that and stay here, or we can try the new things and at least push something forward, Well, so let me ask you this. With y'all in the production side of it and your promotional experiences, have y'all considered renting that theater over in Bossier?
The one over,
bucks.
Yeah, it's only $150. I've talked to Glenn about it, because he wants to be doing, that's what I'm trying to say.
He want to be.
Yeah, he want to be doing
from Shreveport.
Yeah, I just be thugging out every once in a while.
Ratchet.
Want to be, baby.
But he wants to do a special. And he was like, I just need a place to do it and stuff. And I was like, well, give me a year to kind of build this up. We'll get the fan base going. And he's like, well, I kind of want to do it sooner. But Joel, the dude that does all our video production stuff, he was like, yeah, it's only $150 and it holds about 120 people.
I think it's 200.
Is it?
I think.
Holds 200?
I believe.
Well,
I did some research on it, and for some reason that's the number that stuck in my head. I could be wrong. Absolutely.
I want to do it there, but the thing is, we're small timers. I mean, we're nobody. And hey, he's got an hour worth of material he wants to put out. Fuck it, let's do it. I'll hire Joel. He'll come film it. We'll have 1-2 cameras. Like, it ain't going to be the shit you see on Netflix, but we'll get it out there. And I'm just scared to get a new thing there. Glenn has a very offensive comedy.
Right.
And if they aren't our people coming in that know what the fuck's going on, like, when people see Glenn come up, they're like, I know what's about to happen over at our shows. We go to the East Bank District. It's a lot of older people, not older, but mid-40s, 50s kind of thing.
It's a family-friendly kind of thing. In a sense.
Well, outside it is. Inside that theater is. Are we talking about the same thing?
Yeah, the one where they do the magic show.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to be something where I want it to be comedy fans that are coming, not people that are like, oh, that'd be cool to go see. Because when you have people like, oh, that'd be fun to go to, they don't realize what the fuck a comedy show is, and they're talking and all this shit, and they want to talk to Glenn, which Glenn can handle his own on that kind of thing, but if he's pulling out the best of the fucking best,
he's trying to shoot a special. He doesn't want to just.
He doesn't want to do crowd work at that time. Now, if he throws in a little bit of crowd work, that's fine. But hey,
it's planned.
I've been working on these jokes for years, and they're finally fucking polished, finally ready to go. Can you shut the fuck up? Because I'm paying someone to be here to film this.
Right.
So that's kind of what I'm waiting on that. And then I gave him another idea, which I don't know if he wants to follow through with that, but we got 4 locations we can do comedy at. One of them being LOL, one of them Tiki Bar, one of them Missing Link, and then one we can do the rooftop again. Now, the rooftop's open. The guy's like, yeah, dude, fuck it. This is awesome. Let's do it. So I was like, why don't we shoot 4 15-minute sets at different locations and edit it down to be like part 1.
Yep. Yeah.
And he didn't seem too opposed to that. And I was like, I think that would be crazy.
And
I was
idea.
Like,
it might be more organic too. Like,
yes.
It might seem more real.
And you're getting different people probably at each time. Like we're like, hey, we're limiting this to 50 people.
Yeah.
And we're going to sell tickets for like $1 so those people are guaranteed their spot. And so that way he can film like that. So I told him that, and he seems cool with that. And,
you need ice or anything?
Hell no, dude. He's a savage.
That's
Look at him
up.
breaking out the alcohol in front of the alcoholic. What a good friend.
I didn't realize.
No,
so
you're
that's
good.
why I wouldn't have asked.
No, I'm past that time. Well, I told him, and I was like, he said he's got some Glenlivet, and he was like, fucking right, man. I was like, have you one, man? Over there. Let's get loosey a little bit.
That's what it's here for.
So
I keep the good stuff locked up.
Oh, I thought it was a gun cabinet.
They are. They're both gun safes. But no, I got 2 little bottles. Like I got some Johnny Walker Blue Label in there. I didn't realize that little bottle was going to be $56.
Yeah.
So, and
you're already at the register, and you're like, I'm not turning back now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
You're like, I'm not poor. I'm fucking buy it.
Next time we slide through, I'll bring a bottle of the scotch that I drink.
Oh, this motherfucker drinks like $300 scotch.
We used to do and I told Scooby the other day that it's been probably 7 years since I had a drink.
Yeah.
And I lied my ass off because we used to do Scotch Thursdays. And that was when we first moved in here, which was 2015.
Yeah.
So that's 8 years. No, it was 2016. So that's 7 years.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
So, and it was, okay, so maybe 6 years.
So you're sober
I didn't lie too bad. I've always been sober pretty much. I smoke pot.
Okay.
And that's what that's always been my gig of choice. I have drank.
Just never was a big drinker.
No, and I had some family issues that caused some people to quit drinking.
Yeah.
So in support of them, I don't really.
Yeah, you're like, fuck it, I won't drink either.
But we're so far removed from it now that like when me and Scooby were over here last Tuesday, I had a glass.
Yeah.
And it was nice because we ended up laughing a lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And see, that's my thing with
giggling around.
So February 28th, last day of February, I'll be my 1 year. I don't want to not drink forever.
Right.
Like,
you just want to know you can.
Yes. So I'm kind of worried. I think on a year, I'm probably going to have a beer and see if I can have one. And if I can, I'll be like, fuck it, I just can't do this anymore.
Okay, so March 1st, I need to have multiple cameras set up back
yes,
here. Yes,
we will get shit-faced. Yeah.
I have an opinion on it, and I don't know if it's a legitimate one or not, but I don't think that you're an alcoholic.
I definitely think I am. Well, it's not.
The screen is still up. I didn't know if that was.
Oh, yeah. No, I forgot. Thanks. See what I mean? Need a producer.
Look at Joel over here.
I really, honestly, I'm going to look at you right now. I don't think that you're an alcoholic. I think that you have an overindulgence problem.
That's why I weigh 300 pounds.
And so...
At least you're 6'4", though, fuckface. 300 pounds, I'm 5'5" over here.
Are you 5'5"?
No, I'm 5'10", or 5'9", 5'10",
handsome as hell,
like
man.
that.
Yeah, but look at your beard compared to mine.
Well, it just grows in up here is all it is. It doesn't grow in all white trashy like that.
Man's looking like Trailer Park Boys.
I'm doing my best, man. I'm just like, my mustache is a fucking joke, and then it gets all wiry. It looks like a fucking...
I think you'll be fine if you take a year off and you have a brew, but when you do, you just don't have yourself fall into I had one and then all this, like, have your days.
Yeah.
You can't be a raging alcoholic if you're only drinking Saturdays.
So this was my thing. So like I said, I only work 4 days a week. So my thing is, I was like, I only drink on the weekend. I'd come home, have a beer after work or whatever, nothing crazy, but... Bad thing is my weekend is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
That's fucking 4 out of 7 days. Like, that's the big majority of the week.
Yeah.
It's not like most people's fucking weekend. And it wasn't like I was like, yeah, I have a couple beers. It's like, let's go to 7-Tap and get fucked up, man. Like, let's just have it. Like, the only times I ever miss drinking is a nice sunny day.
Really?
Fucking daytime drinking is my shit.
Really?
Like at nighttime, fuck it. I can't see at night anyway. I'm a fucking diabetic. I'm gonna die at 37. But like, once I hit that fucking like nice, like today, I don't want to fucking drink today. It's fucking shitty outside. I want to be sitting in a lawn chair like the fucking scumbag I am, drinking on my front porch. You know,
That's
like,
funny.
That's how I like drinking.
What's funny to me is I'm the exact opposite when it comes to like me smoke. Or I'm the same when it comes to me smoking pot.
Yeah, you want a pretty day.
Yeah, or I'm like, oh man, we were in D.C. and we're at the Arlington Cemetery.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it'd be a good place to smoke a joint.
Yeah.
Like my wife's like, you were such a fucking idiot. Like, we're on a train, and I'm like, if I could step outside, it'd be pretty neat to smoke a joint.
Hold your head out the window.
Riding down this train track. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's why you got the cigar lighter. It's got
or
that
we're camping in the mountains, and I'm like, man, it took us 2 hours to get up here. It's a beautiful view.
I'm gonna get high.
Hand me that pre-roll I bought a little while ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's so funny because when I first stopped drinking, my dumb ass was like, well, I got to find something. This was before comedy. I was like, fuck it, let's get into pain pills, man.
Oh, shit.
This is fucking better.
I just go in.
Take a turn.
Well, and like he said, I have an overindulgence problem.
It's not an addiction. It's just once
I
you
can't control myself.
You're like,
on anything.
Oh, I love it. I'm going to keep eating more because more is going to be better.
Yeah, like,
that's not true.
Like, let's have one beer. Like, this sucks. Like, I'll quote the famous Bert Kreischer. It's like, why are we drinking one? I don't want fucking indigestion. I want to get drunk.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I'm not doing this to get bloated. Like I'm doing it to have a good time.
I don't like the taste of it.
Yeah, like he'll have that one. He might have two, depending on how saucy I think I can convince him to get. I love saucy Nick. He gets a little wild.
We got all the time in the world.
But he's fine with one drink. But I'm like, do you feel anything? He's like, yeah, kind of. I'm like, well, fuck, I want to feel something.
I enjoy the taste, though.
Yeah,
I like scotch.
Well, it's like him.
I can respect that. I learned how I like to drink it too, and it took a while, but that is one thing that I do. If I do it the way I like to do it, I do enjoy the taste of it.
We recently got into wine, and I never. So like and I'll bring a bottle because it's really interesting, right?
I got 3 bottles inside you can have.
Fuck it, go get them.
Where'd you get them from?
Hold on.
Cab, Chardonnay, and Merlot.
He found out I was struggling with sobriety. He's like, let's really test this.
So let's just talk about this just for a moment, okay?
Let me say this first.
Okay.
Those were given to me in a like a gift basket.
Oh.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
So I'm new to wine. I tend to, when I find something that I like,
obsess over it, which I think is like a benefit. It's a good shitty quality.
Yeah, it's a good fucked up quality to have. I'll figure it the fuck out, So Chardonnay is. I'm just not a fan. I don't know who likes that.
On ice, right?
Drink that.
Yeah,
people who drink that drink it over ice.
I personally just don't like any whites.
Or drink that with some Sprite.
That's as woke as you can be. Say it just like that. You didn't say anything bad, you fucking race traitor.
Do you call him an Uncle Tom?
Yeah, Uncle Tom, fuck. So Cabernet Sauvignon, it's like the base level. Everybody's going to enjoy that type of wine. And then the Merlot is kind of the same. Like those are the two things that people are just going to generally get. I don't know anything about this brand, Cliffside or anything like that. All of these cabs are generally going to be from California. So here's the thing. Let me ask you this question first.
My cat's trying to get back in.
Okay.
That's why the door's...
Why don't...
Haunted-ass podcast.
In the shortest form, you can say, why don't you like wine?
I've washed dirty cups with juice in them before, and that's what it smells and tastes like to me.
Oh, yep. It's
okay,
just
so
fermented.
it's like it gets fermented vinegar.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So what we've done recently is we started using... do you know who Gary Vaynerchuk is? Mm-hmm. Are you familiar? Okay, so Gary Vaynerchuk is a guy who owns a couple of marketing companies, VaynerX, VaynerMedia, and he's a huge presence on social media. He kind of helps people out with things in their head about like not pushing forward and doing stuff on social media. On top of that, where he cut his teeth is at his dad's wine company in New York.
Okay.
He took that wine company from a couple $100,000 to a multi-million-dollar online company. So I've been following him for a long time. We started getting wine from him. I was very curious about it. And so I called them and I said, hey, I've had wine before that I enjoyed, but I can't ever find it again because I'm always getting this Cabernet Sauvignon. That's what I thought that was a good wine. And they said, well, what do you like? What kind of taste do you like? And I said, well, I like Scotch a lot. I like things that have like bold flavor, Marlboro Reds, Copenhagen Straight Long Cut, things like that. Very bold, earthy flavors. He said, okay, you like old world wines. So you like wines that are going to be like from Italy or France.
It didn't slide at all.
Dude, this thing doesn't slide. This table is horrible for sliding.
Sorry about that. That's my bad.
Sorry you made such a shitty table.
Will you oil this motherfucker up, please?
I will turtle wax the fuck out of it before y'all come back over next time.
We're going to be sliding like
I'll put ball bearings on all my lighters.
As soon as I said it, I was like, I just fucking shit on his table, but only reason is because it doesn't slide.
Well, it's because it's a shit table. I mean, I get it now.
Table.
So the wines from Italy, they tend to be Brunellos or and I say it not the correct way because I'm from the South. And when you say it, you kind of sound a little broke when you say it. But Chateau de Pop, it's really called Chateauneuf de Pop.
Oh, look at fancy pants over here.
Yeah, no, you say it and you're like,
Chateau de Pop, honey.
Yeah, that's how I say it. Where's the Chateau de Pop?
I want some of that Sauvignon Blanc over there.
Yeah. So those two are very earthy wines. They're not very fruity, and they drink similar to a Scotch. So I'll bring one of those bottles over. They're from Italy or France.
I will try it with you.
And Absolutely. They're not vinegary. And when you do those, here's the other thing. Like, see these, like the 2020, and you know how everybody always says, like, oh, an older wine. But I never knew why. Well, these are young wines. So when you pop this bottle, it is not going to taste how it's supposed to taste. This bottle is probably supposed to sit for another couple of years. How you get around that is having a decanter. And so that's when you pour the shit in the thing, and it lets the air hit it, and it ages the wine, oxidizes it as fast as it would if you just let that bottle sit in a cellar.
For 2 years.
So we'll get like a Chateau de Pop that is a 2012, and we'll decant it for like 30 minutes. And when I do this, and we need to do it on the podcast, I'm going to bring you a glass. We're going to pour it directly out of the bottle. You're going to take a sip, and you're going to be like, that shit's fucking disgusting.
Okay.
And then we're going to put it in the decanter, and we're going to let it sit for like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We're going to pour it up. You're going to be like, that's like fucking God juice.
Day and night.
Yeah, day and night.
Okay. So I had a decanter, but I can't find it. I'm sorry. That's my style of comedy.
Hey, we'll keep it rolling.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun. That'll be a really fun thing to do.
Now, can you store box wine?
Yeah, I bet.
Can we decant some box wine?
I don't think it would hurt. It can't make it worse.
I personally don't like fruity shit. You know, like fruity drinks or anything like that. So I kind of found my lane with wine and Scotch, and that's kind of
a couple times.
Yeah, fair enough. And I've my experiences with wine is, box wine, dollar store wine. I can't say
that's because we live down here. You know what I mean? If we live somewhere up in New York or California or whatever,
you'd be able to get the nice shit.
Yeah, you'd automatically, from all the people being there, would know like a little bit about it and what to buy for your taste.
I used to fry turkeys for this doctor. I used to fry turkeys for this doctor, and every year he would give me a bottle of wine. And I mean, the bottle of wine was, a couple $100 bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And I gave it away
every time because you're like, I don't like wine.
What the fuck it is? I used to I built my wife a wine rack. It was a 42 bottle wine rack holder. Refrigerator in the bottom of it. Thing was dope as fuck. Threw it away.
What else can you build?
I built that entertainment center. I built that dog kennel. I did this room. I built that shelf. I built this table. What you need?
I don't need anything.
Yeah.
I just I
enjoy building. I really do.
Really?
Yeah, I really
after I get off work, I'm like, I ain't doing shit else.
Well, I used to.
I'm gonna have to buy you a pack.
No, I think I got another one right here. Yeah, no, you're good. You don't know me shit. I've always I have a thing with man caves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And every house that I've lived in, I've had something.
Yeah.
And up until this house, I had a workshop. Like when we lived in Blanchard, I had 2 single car garages.
Yeah,
as odd as that is, it was.
They were separate?
Yeah, they were they were side by side, but they were separated.
Someone didn't want to tear down the one. They built just another one.
Probably what happened. Put a new roof on. But one side was my workshop, and the other side was I painted and chilled in it because it was a clean area, stained, painted, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So because it was dust free. And then when we moved over on Delaware, I had a shop that was like this big, with a like 20 foot wide, 20 foot long, like 10 foot wide room in it. It was fucking awesome. I had a crazy ass workshop there, and that's where I built most of this stuff. But then we moved over here. I tried to have my workshop in here, and there's a little storage room back there. Tried to hang out back there, but it just wasn't enough. Yeah, and then when we, started talking about doing podcasting, I started, I wanted to move it in here.
Yeah.
But I love woodworking. I've always built stuff, like my wife came to me one time. One of my proudest moments as a dad is it was the 100th day of school for my son. They dress up like
like 100-year-olds,
And my wife and my son went looking for a cane, and they couldn't find one. And my wife was like, we couldn't find a cane.
Did they go to Goodwill at all?
Well, they could find canes, but they couldn't find one that was
a little
for a kid.
cane.
Yeah, I mean,
a Yoda-sized cane.
Kindergarten.
We needed some shit for polio is what we needed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Vaccines.
So I went out back and made him one.
And
took me about an hour and a half.
Just crushed.
Yeah, made him one, and it was fucking awesome. I don't think I have the picture here easy enough to pull up, but I'll find it and put it when I edit.
You just be making shit. Mm-hmm. I just make shit. Like, I cannot make anything. I made some bomb-ass quesadillas the other night.
I wish I would have tasted those. I don't like cheese.
Check out this.
You don't like cheese?
This motherfucker don't like cheese.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I'm lactose intolerant, and I still like cheese.
Yeah, I be shitting my pants,
Fuck
but I love it.
I was farting it up this morning, man, because I was eating pizza the other night.
It's just funky, man. It doesn't smell right. It tastes,
all cheese.
It tastes real fine. Yeah, like okay.
So when you bring that wine, I'm gonna bring a block of cheese. No,
we're gonna have cheese and meat.
Well,
it's gonna go with the wine. Yeah, the whole
make sure I turn that exhaust fan on.
Jesus.
Yeah. So you don't like cheese? It smells weird. It tastes weird.
Yeah, it tastes really funny, man. Something's not right with cheese.
He can stand cheese as long as it's not a strong cheese. Like I made him something one time that me and my wife cooked, and it had Swiss cheese, very mild cheese. And he was like, yeah, this ain't bad.
If it's disguised, that's fine, but don't put fucking cheese on my burger. I don't want that.
You don't eat pizza?
So pizza's okay.
Because the pepperoni grease kind of cancels it out. There's enough other flavors.
So, but no cheese pizzas, like straight up, you want some toppings on it.
Yeah, no casseroles. I don't fuck with a casserole with cheese.
I can dig with that.
But here's the thing.
Either just because of the name.
Here's
fucking breakfast casserole.
What we recently found out.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Yeah, we recently found this out.
What makes a casserole a casserole?
My mom told me it was. I have no fucking clue. Maybe it's baked in that dish.
That's exactly what it is.
Why it's a casserole.
Anything in that type of dish is considered a casserole. So lasagna?
Casserole.
All right, I like casseroles.
Fucking right, you do.
Pizza is a casserole.
Technically,
if you do a deep dish pizza, it's a casserole.
That's a casserole. Okay. It's all
blew my mind. Like the day I found out a piano was a fucking percussion instrument.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you bang on that bitch.
Yeah, I was like, what?
So I've replaced the cheese with because like that. Y'all are getting that creamy texture, right? That's what the draw is for the cheese. Is that you're getting
I don't know. I like block. I mean, I'll eat cheese.
I'll eat cheese cubes.
Straight up. Just straight up. Yeah. Apparently, I was fed cheese as a kid. The American sliced singles. My grandmother used to just feed those to me, and I think that's what fucked me up.
Put it on bologna.
I can understand.
I think she just steadily fed me that shit.
I fucking love that government cheese,
I smell that shit, and I'm like...
I used to like it, but I don't like it anymore. I used to eat it all the time.
Like, last time you had a bologna cheese? Yeah, I eat it all. I walk by the fridge and I'm like, fuck it.
No, I haven't had a bologna cheese sandwich since I was like 7.
You're fucking up, dog.
So
I like ham and cheese.
All right, with the wine, I'm bringing bologna sandwiches.
I'll bring the frying pan. We'll change it up a little bit.
All right.
Ooh, I'll eat some fried bologna.
I've replaced cheese with ranch.
And cholesterol.
And
so you don't like ranch?
I like ranch. I like blue cheese.
So that's interesting too because there's people that really just hate ranch, but they love cheese. The people that hate cheese love ranch.
That's so weird.
I think you're the only person that hates cheese.
Think about this. It's the creamy factor. That's the way that we're getting our creaminess out of stuff instead of the cheese we're getting it from the ranch.
Fair enough.
Because it's like very garlicky. It's like a garlic sauce in a sense. Well, I did that since I was 14. Just ranch on everything. I'm 33. I have cholesterol issues.
Guess who doesn't have cholesterol issues? This big fat fucker.
I'm fat as shit and I'm not diabetic. Yeah, no, I get it.
I've gone I say vegan. I do as much vegan as I can, and then I'll like filter. Like we went and had a steak the other day because steak, okay, whatever.
Fuck yeah.
But the cholesterol numbers have dropped. If anybody does have cholesterol problems that listens to this,
go
and
vegan.
they go, I've no medication.
If either one of you two out there that are listening, if you have cholesterol problems,
we were talking to
cut out the ranch and the ramen noodles.
Yep. Don't eat that shit. Go vegan for just a little bit. Your numbers will drop.
Yeah, just.
I used to make ranch at Wingstop. I used to work at Wingstop a long time ago. I used to make big ass fucking.
And you still fuck with that? I saw you are eating it in there.
Hated making ranch.
Yeah, that I can imagine a big bucket of it. I mean, this motherfucker will swim in it, but
dude, I would buy a bottle. All right, the big fucking bottle.
The Hidden Valley?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
specific?
all day. Yeah, you're not gonna craft if you bring fucking Craft Ranch to me. I'm gonna get the fuck out. You know what I mean?
You're not allowed in my home anymore. My bad.
Now, Ken.
Well, originally we said anything goes, but now I think we found our limit.
100%.
Okay,
the fucking bullshit ranch.
Yeah, don't bring that fucking craft.
Don't find no great value.
But Ken's Steakhouse Ranch.
Yeah, good shit.
That's
Their blue cheese is on point.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Where's Ken's Steakhouse?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just something.
It's a Walmart.
It's a brand.
Gotcha.
It's a brand.
I think it's like over in the produce section.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's a good ranch. But Hidden Valley all day long. I haven't been able to taste Hidden Valley in it's been like 8 months. That's my sobriety right now. It just was fucked up because the doctors was like, like medicine and all this stuff. And I was like, I'm not taking cholesterol medicine at 33. Because if you do, it's just like a vicious fucking dirty cycle and you end up on blood pressure medication and all this different kind of stuff. And so I was like, I'm in a weird way, I like researching health stuff, like health nut, but I'm not like the healthiest guy. Kind of like that obsessive thing, right? And so I know, like, I've seen this stuff where people will go like straight vegan, juice it up for a while, and they're off all their medications. So I was like, okay, here, it's my time. I'm going to test this theory out. Motherfucker, it works. My number was real high, and I went back and did a retest. I am within range.
Nice.
And that was with 8 months.
Nice.
So just straight diet. If anybody's like, I don't know how to do this and the medicine, just fucking change your diet. What you put in, it literally is what your body's going to fucking put out to you.
Man, years ago, I got my hands on, and don't ask me how, I got my hands on some live weed, like raw, not processed, not dry.
Marijuana.
Yeah, straight still plant.
Okay.
And I ate it.
What?
I used to make it. I
like
mixed
a salad?
it. No. I mixed it with I used to juice.
Like an herbal? Like you were juicing weed?
Let me take that back. It was because juicing is not the right word. I was using a Nutri Ninja, one of those things that blends everything up.
Okay.
So I wasn't juicing it, but
you're making smoothies.
Smoothies, yeah. And man, I throw buds in there, and nobody else could drink it because it tasted like weed smells.
Sorry, champ, you can't take this before school.
It was so overpowering, but it doesn't bother me. I don't mind it. But man, my vision cleared up, my skin cleared up.
Really?
I had no like I used to deliver water from Music Mountain Water for a long time. So times your hands cramp up. All of that went away. My calluses cleared up on my hands.
Really?
Yeah, I never once had to take a drug test. Thank God. But,
oh God.
That's really interesting.
It was. I don't know if it was a mind over matter, but I did it for I don't know, maybe a month and a half, and then I ran out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and. Like I was literally just,
chop,
drop it in there, blend it up, and go with it.
Herbal stuff is really interesting, man. Like ashwagandha is something that, like, if people like fight with depression or anxiety and stuff like that, do your research before. Don't just go to the store and get some fucking ashwagandha and start taking it, because you got to cycle it a little bit, like how you would do like testosterone or any kind of hormone like therapy kind of thing. I don't think it's like hormones, but what it does is ashwagandha is not like a cure-all, be-all. But it is, because what it does is it lowers the cortisol level in your body. And so when your cortisol level is down, like your stress response and stuff like that, your testosterone goes up. And so cortisol is also like inflammation. And so when you're taking this ashwagandha, it gets rid of a lot of inflammation. It takes your cortisol levels down, your testosterone levels go up, and you start feeling really good, which then helps that serotonin start firing off the way it should. So anybody that's fighting with depression, anxiety, ashwagandha is like a fucking good thing to try out.
Hands down, the most interesting podcast I've ever recorded. You guys, this is great. I like this. This is awesome.
We know some shit.
Yeah, no, that's great.
He does research, and I tell dick jokes.
It's a great fucking combo.
As it should be.
Yeah. We need someone to even this shit out.
That's fucking great. No, it's amazing that you were able to fix yourself and not have to worry about. I got a friend of mine that, we grew up together. We were together every weekend, whether it was my house or his house, and we pretty much lived the exact same way, with the exception I was a picky eater. He ate anything.
Everything, yeah.
And he's diabetic. I'm fat as fuck. No problems.
It's fucking crazy.
You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, how the fuck did this happen?
Yeah, with my diabetes, I did the work.
Are you diabetic?
Oh yeah, it's fun, man. It's a good time,
We need to just put you on that regimen, man, and get that shit to go away.
Some ashwagandha.
I don't know about that. Maybe
I'm depressed too. Fucking let's fix me right now.
Okay. Oh, I mean, anyway, so that's a different. And my son just recently he's in 8th grade. He's about to go to high school next year, and my father-in-law basically was like, "Hey, I'll give you money if you can get to a goal weight that you want." Because my son's overweight. It's our fault. We all eat like shit.
I worry about it so much with my kids.
So I got to, we're starting tomorrow or Monday, according to my wife.
Hell yeah.
We got to try to figure out how to, all of us, make a change.
Yeah.
And for me, mine is just discipline.
Yes.
Mine's discipline. Because I don't eat a lot. I drink a ton of soda. No, ton of sodas.
I'm a big soda. Ever since I stopped drinking, dude, I always got a Diet Coke in my hand.
And I sit back here and I work, and mine's just straight up discipline. I mean, I got kettlebells. I got all the equipment we fucking need.
Yeah, you got everything you need.
If you walk back there and you see all the shit I got, you'd be like, "How the fuck?
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
What is wrong with you?"
It's like my house. I got like $1,000 weight set in my fucking man cave. Never gets used.
Yeah,
never.
Hang clothes from it.
Here's the thing, man.
The pool table's a closed room.
Pull from what you've already done, though. Look at this. You have discipline.
Well, I have discipline in certain aspects.
If it interests you.
Yeah, exactly.
Working out sucks. Yeah. That's hands down. But
I used to love it. I did weightlifting my junior, senior year in high school.
Really?
Like I used to be in shape. I worked at, when I worked at the mountain, I was always in really good shape. I say always. I was a heavy guy. And then I owned my lawn service. I got fat as fuck. And then I quit drinking Cokes, and I lost 80 pounds in 5 months.
Really?
Yeah, I went from 42s to 34s.
Damn.
In 5 months.
Well, now look at you.
March to November. Yeah, now look at me. I'm wearing stretchy jeans and trying to figure out how do I keep my belly from hurting.
Is there anything fucking better than these stretchy jeans?
No.
There is not a thing on this planet that's...
I love them.
Yeah,
they're so comfortable.
If they put like
I can wear tight jeans now. Like I'm fucking...
Oh my God. So when I lost all this weight, I went to Old Navy, and I went like a moron. We were doing a Thanksgiving dinner, and I needed clothes because I was seeing family for the first time.
This is going as a fellow big guy.
Well, and I own a lawn service, so I just wear whatever the fuck I want to wear. It gets dirty, and I have nobody to impress. But my in-laws are in town. We're going to my wife's, grandparents' house.
You can't look like shit.
Yeah, and I can't be wearing 42s and the belt just pulled tight. You know what I mean? Crotch hanging out of my knees. So I'm like, all right, I got to go. So I go to Old Navy, and I'm going to buy me some pants. And I'm not thinking it's Black Friday.
Oh fuck.
But I have to. I'm committed to it. I have to because I'm in shorts.
Yeah.
Shorts that are too big for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nothing worse than too big of clothes.
I'm like, fuck it. So I go in, and I don't realize it's Black Friday until I get in there. I'm like, why are there so many people here?
Man, Old Navy's popping.
Wow, man. What is?
They made a turnaround.
What are all these people here? Oh, that's the line. I'm like,
oh
fuck.
Jesus.
So I go. I get me some pants, and I have to try them on because I hadn't bought pants. And
you don't know what you wear anymore.
I'm automatically thinking it's going to be 38s. So 38s, and they're just like I pull them up to my chin. I'm like, oh shit. So I go get 36, still too big. So I go get 34s, put them on. They fit great, and I start crying in the dressing room.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I've never in my life, like I think the last time I bought 34s, I was like, in 5th grade.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We had to cut the legs off,
and they were too big for a 5th grader, probably.
Well, too long. They fit my fat ass everywhere else, but they were just too long. So I come out, and it's Black Friday sale, so it's like buy one get one free. Yeah. So I've got like 4 pair of pants, or I think I got 2. And I finally make it all the way up to the front, and there's blue jeans. Oh. And I'm like, you know what?
I'm going to get some blue jeans.
I'm going to get me 2 pair of denim, too. So
yeah.
I grab 2 pair, one light, one dark. Right?
Hell yeah.
So get out of there. I get dressed in the car, go to my in-laws.
Oh, shit. You were on the way.
Yeah, no. Like, I'm committed. You know what I mean?
I thought you had to be there the next day or something.
I just got off work. They're heating up sides waiting on me. You know what I mean? And so I get dressed. We go. It's all good. Everything's good. So the next day, I'm telling my wife about what happened, and I bought these pants, and she's like, "I know you've lost so much weight." Blah, blah. So she's like, "Go put your other pants on and model them for me. Let's see what they look like." I'm like, "Hell yeah." So I go put the other pair of khakis on. They fit great. And she's like, "Oh, they look great." And I go put one pair of jeans on, and they fit great. And she's like, "Oh, those look great." And I go to put the other pair of jeans on, And I can only imagine what it was like for my wife, because from the back of the house, I just start laughing. I'm in tears.
Yeah.
I'm laughing so hard because my fat ass done bought skinny jeans.
Oh, yeah.
And when I mean skinny jeans, I mean skinny jeans. Like I put them on, pulled them up, and I couldn't feel my feet instantly. And I start laughing. I walk out, and she's like, "Oh my God!"
You look like a fucking Marlboro Man
And they're
commercial.
tight.
Yeah.
They're tight on me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they're skinny jeans, and they are tight on me. And I was like, I can't believe I bought skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I'm down to like 230 pounds or so. And I keep losing weight. And then finally I was able to wear them fucking skinny jeans. And they look fucking great on me. You know what I mean? It was my favorite pair of pants.
This is why you are dieting tomorrow, man.
That's why we're starting tomorrow. I was trying to give me some more fucking skinny jeans back in my life.
You got this, bro.
I'll never wear another pair of skinny jeans.
So mine, I don't know if you've noticed my pants. They look like skinny jeans. Oh. They're the regular ones. Oh. Stand up. Show that ass. Oh, shit.
Oh, no, it's all good. Now, look, bro, it'd be different. Like, those move on you, but telling you. Yeah. But, yeah, no, and I do like the tighter fitting pants, because right now.
Shit, I can't wait to get a model mine.
I'm in some, they're baggy.
Yeah.
And it's all good, but I don't like them. I used to like the baggier pants. Like, when I was in high school, I wore Jinkos.
Fucking right you did.
Lose your wallet in your back pocket because it's down by your ankle.
You stick your arm in there and all of a sudden you get sucked into a vortex.
Yeah.
You're like, what the
fuck shit, I fell in my pants.
These were the pants that I had on, and I walked into his house, and he was like, bro, can you not have your dick out in front of my wife?
This dude's got a fucking piece on him, right?
He's
got that thing in your hand. That doesn't compare to this man's cock.
I don't want to put this by my mouth anymore.
I do, because I'm getting fucking excited.
Is it black like that too?
It's tasty like that.
Jesus.
So he walks in, and I'm like,
but I'm looking fresh, bro. I got my shirt tucked in. I got my shit going on.
First of all, he had a fucking sweater tucked in.
Look,
so let's stop right there.
I'm an Italian motherfucker.
Over his shoulders, tying the knot. Hello, friends.
No. We're not doing Cape Cod style. We're doing straight Italian
and
style. And
my wife's used to my old regular dick, and I just look over. I was like, fucking, you're gonna have to put on some of my shorts over your jeans, buddy. My wife cannot see
tie a jacket around that motherfucker.
Fucking, you cannot have this root hanging out.
So look, here's a funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
Here's a funny story. So after that, I didn't wear underwear. All right, I hate fucking underwear, boxers, any of that. I fucking hated that shit. So you could just see the outline of my cock everywhere,
Well, he dresses to the right.
Well, when you're proud of it too, I mean.
Yeah, if you got a piece on you.
I see your tattoos on your arm. You know what I mean?
That's all I got. I had to get tattoos to make up for my little dick.
My wife gives me the thumbs up every time I try to lay down naked on the couch. I'm like, it's not what it is.
Yeah.
That's my dick.
But we ended up after this. We were like. I was like, fuck, man, maybe I do need some underwear. And I was like, but I don't like the ones that are kind of tight, like boxer briefs. I don't really dig that.
It's my jam.
And so, I got them on today. Me and Chris went and got some. And so
this is how close we are. We go underwear shopping.
Yeah, we went.
He was like, I need underwear. And I was like, I will love to go with you because, yes, you do need fucking underwear.
Stop showing your fucking outline of your dick everywhere.
Yeah, so what kind of underwear did you get?
Well...
I'm glad I asked.
Let me tell this. So Nick's like, I haven't bought underwear since high school. What did you wear in high school? Hollister, Abercrombie, American Eagle, shit like that. So he's like, let's go to American Eagle. Well,
no, we before we went there, we went to JCPenney's.
Oh, we did go to JCPenney.
And they tried to fuck me.
Well, I think it's just the product. He fucking picks out some underwear. How much is a pack of underwear?
You're asking me?
Regular underwear.
Okay, now regular underwear, not sure. I wear underwear.
We just need some draws.
You're fancy.
So if I'm guessing $9 for a pack of 3.
All right.
Okay, so
$3 a pair, $4,
$20 for a pack of 6 or 9.
Yeah, there you go.
Fair.
We fucking get to the checkout. The 6-pack of underwear is $45.
Adidas?
No,
it was fucking
Hanes.
regular.
Fruit of the Loom, Hanes, one of the fucking Michael Jordan brands. Yeah.
I dropped them bitches off and I said thanks.
Sorry, we did not realize.
We don't today.
I have to work overtime to fucking pay for underwear.
Oh my god!
Shit.
And it's weird. I buy Under Armour underwear. They're fucking $15 a pair.
Yeah,
$30 for 2.
I wear Duluth, so I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So
and at first you're like, no, I'd never spend that. My mother-in-law bought me something. I was like, I'll never wear regular underwear ever again in my fucking life.
Never go back.
Really?
Yeah, never go back.
They just wick the nut sweat away or something?
They are comfortable. That's what it is. It holds everything together. It's comfortable for a big guy. I'm assuming you know.
I was about to say the roll up.
With the roll up and along with my thighs.
Wait. What is the roll up?
Okay, as a fat guy, our pants move a lot.
A lot.
So we have to pull up our pants. With regular underwear, it fucking's like, hey, let's roll a joint while we're at it.
Correct.
And at the end of the day, your underwear have you have an extra waistline looking like a fucking equator around this motherfucker.
And not to mention, they're also that much shorter.
Yes.
They're drawn up inside.
Yeah, because they keep rolling. Whether you want short shorts or not,
you know how the girls roll their shorts up to make
that's
them
what it
shorter
does
to show their ass
It
cheeks?
just happens to you automatically.
Yes.
It happens to me naturally.
Because you just pull up your pants and it's like, well, this cloth can't just stay. So unless you get some like painted on shit. Which
so these Duluth and these Under Armours aren't like that.
Duluth is the fucking. I've never had underwear. I've had underwear. I've never had Under Armour underwear. But this Duluth, I mean, it's fucking game changing.
Yeah, I've never had Duluth, but I have Under Armour, and it's game changing.
It's just hard for me because I never wore this shit. So why would I spend fucking $20 on a pair of underwear?
And the first time I got them, because I was like, my mother-in-law was like, yo, she didn't say yo, she's a nice lady. She was like, these are the best underwear. And her dad was like, they really are. And I was like, I can't spend fucking $20. So they got me 3 pairs for my birthday, which fucking, is there anything better than underwear for your birthday?
Socks.
I don't fuck with socks.
Wool.
I get socks on Christmas.
There you go.
I just said I don't fuck with socks. I literally always wear socks. So I get onto him for not wearing socks in his fucking sneakers.
I wear socks.
I hate wearing socks. I wear them, but I hate them. If I could go no shoes, if I go no socks in my shoes all day, every day, I would.
Flip your socks around.
No.
The comfortable side
is on the outside for some fucking reason.
But I've done that, you know what I'm saying? But there's nothing like...
He's like, I've tried it all.
There's nothing like... nothing is the same as sticking your foot into a slimy shoe.
Oh, fuck, that's so gross.
Love it.
Really?
My feet
When the
fucking
leather
smell horrific. But
Let
yes.
me get a taste.
You don't want that.
Okay.
No. I mean, for real.
I gag over smells. Don't take that motherfucker
We are
off.
trying to establish a relationship here, and that is not what we're doing. I would rather take a shit and you smell that than me.
Your feet?
Than me take my shoes off.
Is it that bad?
I've got...
We're not going to find out today because I'll gag.
No, I won't take...
Give it a couple weeks.
Years ago, we went hiking, and it was the first time I'd been hiking.
Tip that a little more.
It was the first time I had been hiking in probably 10 years.
Yeah.
And I just went out and bought some boots, not really thinking about it. And the boots that I got were not good. They didn't breathe. So we went and hiked like 14 miles.
Jesus.
And my feet were soaking wet to the point that the bottom of my feet
Squeaking.
they were white as that piece of paper and
they're all
waterlogged.
soggy and shit.
And the next morning we're way the fuck out. I had to try to hike, continue. Ended up having to get a ride back to my car, and ended up having to try to. It hurt to drive home.
Jesus.
Hurt to hit gas and brake. You know what I mean? That's how bad my feet hurt.
This is where you wear socks.
Well, I was wearing socks.
Oh shit!
They
were just shitty boots.
Shitty boots. They didn't breathe, and I'm fat, so I sweat, and it ran down my legs and soaked my socks, and my feet just were wet all day long.
Is there anything
you were
worse
like
in the
World
back
War
of
II feet?
Yeah, exactly.
In the trenches.
Yeah, so trench foot is, I guess, was probably what I had. It wasn't diagnosed or nothing, but got home, and for 2 weeks, the bottom of my feet, I swear, the bottom inch of my feet was solid white. It had swollen up, and then it just started coming off like coconut shavings.
Oh, fucking vomit.
And ever since then, my feet have smelt like fucking sewage on a warm summer Shreveport day.
Have you ever? So you're a big fella.
On your feet.
It's bad.
So you're a big fella. Let me ask you this: where are your deodorant pinpoints?
Armpits.
Just armpits.
Yeah.
So I'm a big component in during summer, get it under the titty. I got a little bit of titty hang, no big deal.
Do you really like? How much?
I don't have to lift my titty. Like, let's stop that motion real quick. I don't have that big of titties. Yeah, it's not like I'm having to fold it up.
But Peter Griffin.
But are you really like painting face stripes on your fucking chest?
Yeah, and I'll do down the chest too because I got a real sweaty chest.
And I would guess that was because of appearance at work is what you're trying to do.
I don't give a shit, dude. During the summer, I am fucking like, hey, this is me.
Yeah, because I assume I know where you work. I don't know if I can mention it or not.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, so, but I used to do route work as well.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, you don't give a
No, like, and your customers realize, like, and they'll be like, hey, there's water right there. And your job, you're like, I have the water truck. It's fine.
Oh, man, is it raining outside? No, bitch, I'm sweating.
I am the biggest, sweatiest motherfucker.
It's 104, and those bottles weigh 44 pounds
During the
each.
summer, I go through about 6 hats, like through our guy that gets our hats done. And I will just, do we got to go?
No.
Oh, okay.
My wife just asked if we were having fun.
No, tell her no.
I don't know who these
fucking guys.
I just got a text from the other guys saying that they're going to be here soon. I don't know who these guys are.
Who?
I'm pretending like I don't know who y'all are.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was telling my wife, I don't know who these guys are. I just got a text from the other one saying they'll be here soon.
Chris said he would be here. They found these hats. They found all this merchandise from Chris. But But yeah, dude, during the summer, man, I'll fucking tear through it. But I'm a big proponent of the thigh right there on that crease.
Okay.
Nuts never stink, boy. I know you get some sweaty, stinky nuts at the end of the day.
That's my favorite part of the end of the day, though, is run your finger in it and go.
Yeah, you got to get that whiff in.
And then run your finger and go, honey, check this out. And then she's like, whoa.
Yeah, and you're like, is that what you want in life?
Yeah.
Because that's what you married.
That's right.
Fuck, we're all married. How weird is that?
How long have you been married?
Fuck, appreciate that, dog. 8 years?
8 years?
8 years, yeah.
14.
Fucking right. How many kids y'all got?
3.
Hell yeah. Boys, girls?
2 boys, 1 girl. Boy, girl, boy.
Do you love your girl more? They'll never listen. Come on.
Oh, no, they will listen. They won't make it this far in, so. Yeah, no, I don't. I can't say. I
love them all the same.
Well, no. So, I actually have an answer for this.
Yes.
So, I don't love my daughter more than I love my sons. No.
Yes,
I love her. I love her differently. At the end of the day, it's my job as a dad to teach my sons how to do the things that they have to do. As a dad to my daughter, I do whatever so she doesn't have to.
Yes.
So my example is, if my son came to me and said, Dad, I killed a man,
Yikes.
I would hand him a shovel.
Yes.
If my daughter came to me and said, Dad, I killed a man,
We'll go get the track hoe.
I would go get the shovel.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between the love that I have for my son and my daughter.
How old are your kids?
My oldest is about to be 14, so 14, 10, and 9. Or 14,
Nice.
10, and 8.
So you're out
14,
of the thick
11,
of it.
and 9, excuse me.
You went through that gap of, fuck, we're in the thick of it. All right, we're cool. Now we're about to be in the thick of it again.
Yeah, well, I think the only thick of it we'll be in is with my daughter.
Yes.
Because women are crazy.
I got two
Two
little girls.
Two daughters and a wife.
And a wife, man.
Well, you are welcome over here anytime.
Hey, man, this is my
that
new
dog
spot.
kennel over there doubles as a twin-size bed.
Fucking rights,
So,
man.
you
You are right up the road from us.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, dude, I'm on my way. And I was like, don't worry. He's 5 minutes away from the
And
house.
he lives there.
Yeah. And he was like, okay, cool.
I'm not renting the space by the
Yeah.
so
This is our
This
spot.
is all me.
But what were we talking about, man?
Sorry, we were talking about wife, kids, work, sent to us, deodorant on the thighs.
Deodorant on the nuts, man. That's a big...
Never done it.
Where's the pisser?
Do you mind pissing outside, or do you want to go inside?
You would prefer it. 4 of them. And they're all train related, right? Because it's Shreve Station. And Joel goes, does she not know it wasn't a train station? It was a bus station?
Can we put these up?
Right now?
Yeah.
I don't know how to airdrop or nothing.
No, send them to the email.
Okay.
Yeah, hismancaveproductions@gmail.com.
And let's roast my wife's fucking.
I kind of want to figure out why he was roasting his wife about putting milk in her or ice in her milk.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So do you put ice in your milk?
Okay, so yes, to answer the question,
Fucking
yes, but
degenerate.
Why?
but only when I eat Cocoa Krispies.
You put it with the cereal?
Fuck.
You put ice in your cereal?
Yeah.
Oh, he's way more degenerate than my wife. What?
Yeah.
Emily puts ice in her fucking milk too.
My wife doesn't drink milk, so
What
it
is
takes that one
with
out.
it?
But I guess I'm the lady of mine.
So did you grow up like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Who started that?
My dad did it, and it's when you eat. For me, Cocoa Krispies or even Rice Krispies, I'll put ice in Rice Krispies too. Super cold milk with Rice Krispies is.
You know the fridge has cold settings?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But when you eat, you can't. What do you take a bite, put it back in the
How
fridge?
slow are you eating this fucking cereal?
I don't go.
Why not? Just fucking double down.
I try to chew a little bit. I don't
Okay.
have a lot of teeth, but
So me and my wife, I guess we're just having our weekly milk chat. I don't know what the fuck we were doing, but I noticed she put milk in her ice. Oh, damn it.
ice in her milk.
You got it, bud. And I immediately called a lawyer, and we are no longer together after this. That is disgusting.
Okay.
Have you seen Nate's fucking
Nate Bargatze.
assessment on this situation?
No, I
You know
haven't.
who Nate
I know
is.
who Nate Bargatze is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, psychopath. That's
Yeah.
what we've come to
Because he goes to Starbucks and he orders whatever he orders, and he's like, and she just gives it, like, she's like, hey, like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, it's like a mocha frappuccino, whatever the fuck it is. And she proceeds to hand him a glass of milk with ice in it. And he doesn't say shit about it. He just goes to the next fucking Starbucks. He's like, surely I ordered this right. I don't know how I messed this up so bad.
And what psychopath wants ice in their milk? And what grown man wants to drink a cup of milk during the day?
Oh, I drink milk
In
all
public.
day. I'm a big milk.
In public? You're going to get a cup of milk in public.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on his side on this one, but
You wouldn't get milk in public?
I don't typically, no. I mean, unless I'm eating fucking donuts or cookies or something.
Well, yeah, I'm not just going to be like, man, I sure am parched. Let me get some.
Hold on. Let me take that back. If I'm eating cornbread and honey, I'll
Okay,
drink milk.
you southern motherfucker.
So
my dad,
good. So good.
He'll get cornbread, put the honey on it, and pour it in a bowl with milk, and chop it up and eat it like that. And that's how I know my dad was dirt. Fucking poured growing up.
To self.
Hey, there you go,
with
buddy.
Some ice.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God! Leave the fucking ice out of it.
Hold on. I just had an idea pop in my head.
Okay.
What if?
Oh no.
Okay, let's hear it.
What if you put milk in the ice cube tray and just froze milk?
I'm 100% okay with you doing that.
Now that's okay.
I've never thought about that until just now, but
that's okay.
I'm okay with you.
that's
like I won't be like.
Because it gets rid of. Why do you water your milk down with fucking ice?
I typically eat it fast enough where I still have ice cubes in there, and when I drink my milk, the ice cubes are there, and it's done.
You eat the ice cubes. Don't lie to us.
No, I can't. My teeth would explode. I had a tooth break on a chicken nugget.
Fuck it, we're gonna do that on the wine podcast.
I can't eat ice. It's not.
Good.
I'd have to bust it up and.
That's a savage thing to do too. Those people that
my
chew
wife
ice.
and kids do it, and I'm like, oh my god.
That's addict behavior.
Can you? Oh god, shit! My skin just peeled off my back.
Fucking rights.
Ice.
Can you stand utensils across teeth?
No.
Fuck no, dude. My wife, she likes. I hate things touching my teeth. Sometimes she'll just go on her teeth,
Fuck
just
you.
fucking hit them.
Fuck your wife.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I do.
I'm sorry. No,
Yeah.
good for you. I'm sorry. I blurt things out when I get in that.
No, it's
the first time I met my mother-in-law. We went out to dinner, and when she eats,
Oh, what the fuck?
and she did it, and I fucking stop, and she just looked at me, and I was like, I'm sorry.
I'm a little autistic.
I'm sorry."
Apologize.
And but my skin comes off of my back.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Like,
give me one of those cigarettes.
He needs a cigarette now. He's about to take off his shirt. He's so panicked.
Well, I thought, and
My hair's standing up. I'm not kidding.
when we were eating, I didn't say anything for a long time to you about this, and I was like, this motherfucker,
Confessions on HMP.
Yeah.
this motherfucker right here is eating so heavily. Like he's like really fucking chewing.
Not like I eat a
And
bunch,
I
but
can
like
hear
I
you
eat
eating,
loud
like-
is what he's saying.
You're a loud chewer.
But no. He's not a loud chewer, so it's not like. You know what I mean? That would really drive me crazy.
I just lost one of our viewers.
AMSR.
ASMR.
Yeah, ask
And yeah, so I can just hear him.
Like I'm slamming my teeth together.
I'm like, good Lord, dude, are you really fucking? And then I asked him finally. I'm like, hey.
I don't know if I sent anything over. I was supposed to.
That's what I wanted to double check. I didn't want to forget about it.
Send those flyers over.
But he chewing hard.
I'm like, why? Why are you doing this?
What is
like,
the email?
His man cave productions at gmail.com.
And he goes, oh, my jaw's fucked up and it makes this noise when I chew.
Your jaw's popping. There it is. I hear it.
You hear it?
Yeah. My wife's pops like.
Yeah, mine fucking cracks
It
every
makes
time I
my
open
daughter
her.
throw up.
Oh shit, let's get her in here, bro. Let's make your kids throw up. I'm so sorry. This is good listening.
So yeah, it for a while it drove me because I was like, God damn, man, you are fucking chewing so loud. You gotta relax on that shit. And he's like, no, my jaw's just fucked up. I'm like, okay.
Huh? Do you like ice and? I'm sorry to go back to the ice thing. You like ice and beverages? Do you like ice at all?
Yeah.
I really don't fuck with ice.
Maybe there's what it is. Do you like ice at all?
I mean, I'd prefer like a cold can of Coke out of the fridge over like going to the restaurant and having ice and shit. But it's not like I'm like, I fucking hate this ice.
If I throw ice in something, it's because I just worked my fucking sack off in the yard and I want a cold glass of water and I bust out the mason jar, dump ice in it, and then straight out
Well,
of
like,
the
see, at
tap
their house,
water.
they have a big thing of water all the time.
Like a 5-gallon? Use mountain water?
No, it's like in the fridge, like a...
Zero water.
Okay.
We can talk about zero water in a minute if you want.
I don't know what that means, but it's not...
It's low calorie.
It's vegan water.
Nice.
All water is vegan.
I got some dehydrated water for my emergency packs. You just add water to it and you got water. It's
What are those?
fantastic.
Those aren't ASMRs.
Dehydrated water. You don't have water, so add water to it to
Yeah,
make
it's
water.
It's just an empty cup.
I was like, explain more of this. I'm like, oh, he's fucking with me, right? So you're going to catch me because I have a feeling we're going to do a ton of these with each other.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a dumbass, man. I'm pretty smart for a dumb guy, but yeah, I could go without ice. If the beverage is cold, fuck it, I don't want the ice.
No, you were talking about the water thing. At the
Oh, fuck it. Let's talk about ice again. No, but he's just got cold water in the fridge. So I always get a big-ass mason jar and fill it up. I don't need the fucking ice because it's already cold.
We got nice cold water.
Yeah. Fucking rice.
So zero water is they give you a TDS tester You know what this is?
That's where you test the pH of the water.
Total dissolvable solids in the water.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yep, TDS tester. So if you test that water off your tap, it's like fucking 256 is the number. It's like a lot of nasty shit in it. We tried this with the Brita filter, and it still came back with a bunch of shit in the water. So we got this zero water filter, and you can go and test it after the fact, and it really comes back zero. And I swear to God, it is the best tasting water I've ever had in my life. It is so fucking good.
A zero water filter.
Zero water filter. It is fucking delicious.
And, you know, some people argue, man, you can't taste the difference in water.
Horse. Have you ever had a fucking Dasani? Jesus Christ.
Horse. You're absolutely wrong. And I used to, like, when I first started working at Music Mountain Water, I was like, yeah, bullshit. But then drinking water is different than spring water, is different than distilled water.
Let's shit on Music Mountain Water.
Is actually, the TDS in Ozarka is 39. It is the least regular accessible water out here.
Yeah, because it's drinking water.
Is that the Nestle product?
No, this actually comes from the spring. So generally, if you look on the back of water bottles, it'll say from Dallas Municipal City Source.
Yeah.
It's a fucking city water they're bottling.
Well, I'll tell you this. If it's a drinking water, it is a tap water that is purified somehow. Whether it's a charcoal filter or reverse osmosis.
Fluoride and shit out of it?
The source is Piney Wood Spring, Wood County, Texas, and or Moffett Spring, Walker County, Texas, and or Rawhurst Spring, Henderson County, Texas.
Okay, so more than likely, that is spring water that is captured from a source, trucked in, and chlorine treated. But that's it. So you'll get all the minerals and calcium and blah blah blah.
And the TDS on it's like 39.
Yeah. But drinking water is tap water from where, like, if you look on the bottle that says drinking water, it's tap water that's just been purified some way, shape, or form. Now, if it says spring water, that's a different story.
Yep.
But you said you wanted to shit on Music Mountain Water. I worked for them for a long time.
I know, man. So that's why I want to.
Did you email those over?
Yeah,
so we
I
can
sent them
shit
over.
on the flyers afterwards.
Shit on everything. Shit on Centos.
Yeah, we can shit on Centos.
Shit on this table.
It's a nice table. Just the shit won't slide. It's gonna be.
It's gonna smear right in.
It'll just blend in immediately.
It'll smell better than his feet, apparently.
Music Mountain Water. Is it not your least favorite tasting water of all time?
No, we got it inside.
You like it?
I like the spring water.
I always hated the taste of it, and all the dealerships and shit I work at, like, they always had that. Probably because it was local, probably cheaper than most other.
Most dealerships got drinking water because they're cheap.
Okay.
I delivered it.
Yeah.
So there's two different Music Mountains. There's the regular.
4.
Okay.
There's spring with fluoride additive, drinking, and distilled.
What's the best?
Spring.
Okay.
Spring. So, and this, I don't know if this was a sales gimmick, but it was the stuff that we were told for a long time. Music Mountain Water, the source that it comes from, and the water itself has a pH of like 7.5.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be like the most neutral water for your body. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's true or not, but the spring water tastes different than the drinking water. Yeah. And the reason I was given is because spring water has minerals in it.
Yeah.
So it's just like when you drink orange juice, you get that taste in the back of your mouth. Well, that's because when you drank it, all that shit kind of stuck to the back of your mouth. Drinking water doesn't have that. So whenever you drink it, it washes all of that back, and you actually have a clean palate versus when you have spring water. And that's why I was told they taste different.
Yeah.
But yeah, now there are 4 different kinds of Music Mountain water: spring, drinking, distilled, and fluoride additive.
pH water, the reason why you see that now is that everybody tries to promote that is because if you have a good pH is like alkalinity. Right. So if you have a good alkalinity in your body, apparently diseases can't grow in an alkaline body. They grow in an acidic body.
Now, I do have one example. I had a customer, and this lady was, I watched this woman dying. I took her distilled water. It was for all of her equipment, breathing machines and, whatever. But I delivered to this woman for 3 years, and every time I saw her, she got smaller and smaller and smaller, and she was just withering away. And we were talking one day. I had to put a water bottle on her cooler because she obviously couldn't do it. Yeah. So I took a water bottle in, put it on her cooler, and we were talking. And I put one on the cooler and one under the counter. And I was like, "You drink distilled water?" She was like, "That's all I drink. If it's good enough to clean my equipment, it's." Yeah. And I was like, "Baby, you're not getting any nutrients." I was like, "How much water do you drink?" And she was like, "That's all I drink." Yeah. And I was like, I'm nobody, but talk to your doctor and tell your doctor that's what you're doing. Yeah. And
good call.
Next month, she said her doctor told her it was a bad thing, and then over 6 months, this woman shook back.
No shit.
And I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if I was right or not, but that was the one change that she made was she started drinking.
I like
the
tip. You weren't just water. Like, I know water, motherfucker. You're like, go talk to a doctor. But I think that could be a
good call.
But it's just like, I mean, this is for fucking coffee makers.
Yeah.
This is so it doesn't calcify your equipment. It's for autoclaves. It's for cleaning these, sterilizing
no fucking
equipment.
minerals in it.
Yeah, that's what it's for. It's not for
Why
consumption.
do we give babies distilled water?
Because you're mixing distilled water in with formula, and you want
the formula has the products.
Okay, you don't need extra minerals in it.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah.
So, but yeah, that's why, you use distilled water with your coffee makers. You get the true taste of your coffee.
Yeah.
Versus whatever.
It's more a pure taste when you get something out of it. Okay, that makes sense.
And it also doesn't calcify all the lines on the coffee. Like if you have a Keurig, Keurigs are known for exploding. And the reason they explode is the lines calcify.
I think they're more known for good coffee.
Well, no.
They explode.
They explode.
Do they?
Yes, they do. I had one pop on us. But I mean, just it blew out on the back side of it, and just they didn't blow out forward. But
are you a big coffee drinker?
No, my wife is though.
I fucking hate coffee.
My wife is
I like the smell, but not the taste.
Yeah,
I love the smell of coffee. We have a leather and coffee candle. It's fucking amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, my wife is a big coffee drinker, and we ended up being in New Orleans. We actually recently went down and saw Louis C.K. And took them to the gelato shop, and I was like, I know that they're gonna love this gelato. And so I take Chris in. It's a place we're staying in a place that's right here, right around the corner.
Literally like a 30-second walk.
Yeah, 30-second walk to this gelato shop. Well, the gelato shop has like very premium coffee that they get in from a company in New York. The company in New York gets it over in like Italy or something like that, and it's a 1-bean coffee harvest. So like generally when you're getting like community coffee or like these Keurigs, it's like all kinds
Let's just shit on all the locals.
Yeah. like it's all these like different types of bean and
that's why they're called is that why they're called blends? Is because it's different beans that are blended together. Okay. All right.
Yep. And so we are now getting her coffee from the gelato shop. They ship it to us, and then we get this 1-bean brew coffee, and it is she is in heaven. It is the greatest coffee. We need to put your wife on that type.
Yeah, you need to give me the name of that.
The gelato shop will ship it to you. They'll ship it to you ground up or in the full bean itself, and you can grind it yourself.
Yeah, she just got her a new coffee maker, and like it frosts milk and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
She it's so crazy. She got it for Christmas, and I was filling it up with water Christmas morning.
Yeah.
She opened it, all excited about coffee. I fill up the little thing, and I didn't realize the top came off. I thought it just flopped open.
Yeah.
And that's how I was filling it with water. And then I grabbed it, and I grabbed it by the top. Top came off, and shattered the thing. She had to wait a week. No. She had to wait a week.
You're like, this came in broken, guys. We just opened it.
And I'll go ahead and say it all out there. I had just my daughter got a bracelet that was like a turtle bracelet, and you can track the turtle that's like in the ocean. That's
turtle
matched.
Bracelet?
Yeah, it's a bracelet.
Is this like fun, like a charity thing for like turtles? Like you like give money to a turtle instead of a kid?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And it's a bracelet like this, and it's got a little turtle on it, and on it like it came with tracking information or whatever, and it had this stupid fucking sticker, and I tried to. My daughter didn't want the sticker on there, and I tried to cut it off, and I fucking cut her bracelet in half.
Oh,
beautiful.
And then I broke my fucking wife's coffee maker.
Oh, dude, you had some shit happen.
And this is all Christmas morning. And then I come outside because I'm like, all right,
punch your kid in the face.
Let me just regroup because I mean,
I have fucked up Christmas.
Yes, regroup, and nobody's mad. Everybody's okay. And I come outside, and my dad calls. I'm not coming over. And I'm like, you motherfucker. Christmas is, and I fucking just had to sit back here for a little bit and get my mind
got to go and live it out. Fuck it.
Shit. So we finally got her a new. She loves that coffee maker. She is a big coffee. I'll have to figure it out and get her something. See if she likes it.
I'll get you hooked up with this gelato shop.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah,
because she loves coffee. My sister-in-law, or excuse me, my stepsister works for somebody, and she had boxes of like bags of coffee.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, hey, she she called me one time. Was like, hey, I got some candy for the kids.
Yeah.
And she came over and dropped off like a pallet of candy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it was like, where the fuck did all the... I mean, we had candy under the counter for years.
And you're just like, every day you're forcing yourself just to get one. Like, okay, cool. Let's
well,
roll.
no. We forgot about it. Like, when we remodeled the house, I was like, oh, yeah.
There's that fucking candy.
Oh, yeah, if I can throw all this shit
like
away.
finding that bag of weed you forgot about.
Never forget about a bag of weed. What are you talking about? And then they come over with all this coffee. And we got box. You see those drawers over there?
Yeah.
I got a cabinet back there that's got 3 drawers that are a little bit bigger than that. Full. They're not anymore. But
I was
they
like,
were
why do you still have this
full
fucking candy?
of coffee. No, coffee.
Oh, coffee.
Coffee. I threw all that candy away, but all this
go.
coffee. Man, my wife, she got so sick and tired of that coffee after a while. She was like, I just got to get through it because it was free.
Yeah.
I was like, honey, we're not broke no more.
Yeah,
we
can
get whatever
do
you
this.
need. Shit. But yeah, no, she's a big time coffee gal. So definitely love to get some of that.
Yeah, I'll get you hooked up. When we come over next time, I'm gonna bring some wine. I'm gonna bring some coffee.
You bring the cheese.
And
Deal.
I'll bring my
And we're gonna
personality.
bring some fucking ice trays, and
With
we're gonna
milk.
freeze milk.
Okay.
I mean, are we bringing nitrous with us? Like, how the fuck are we going to get
I got a
frozen
freezer
stuff?
back there.
You think it's going to freeze it during the pot? We thought it freeze
Yeah,
the pot.
Probably not.
about
but I
2
still
hours.
I still got it. Well, I mean, we've been at hour 52. I thought it'd been
Yeah.
a little bit shorter than
So
that.
where are we at on this list?
Yeah.
What is lot lizard lucre?
That's him. Lot lizard. I watched
It's
one of
the
the
video.
commercials
It's
and
the
he was like,
video.
"Lot lizard Luger."
How do
Out.
I not know about this?
So it was second time we did seven tap. And we got Matt to bring over his work truck, the 18-wheeler.
That's a good looking truck too, by the
Oh,
way.
fuck yeah. They got rid of that motherfucker.
that
too.
was 3-gen construction.
Yeah, 3-gen construction.
Colton Blunt.
Yeah, shout out Colt. And he let us use it for the video. And I was like, hey, I don't know if you want your company associated with this. You want us to like blur it out or whatever. He's like, no, put it out there.
It's a business partner of mine now.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So,
Yep.
yeah, I'd done the short shorts video. Did you see the first Missing Link video?
I
Seventh
think
Tap, not Missing Link.
I think so.
It's the
is
one
that
where-
the one you're laying on the table?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was the initial one, and I was like, fuck it, let's bring back the short shorts and the Western shirts. I collect Western shirts. I never wear them buttoned up, tucked in, or anything. I usually got some shorts on, a T-shirt underneath, and fucking
I shit on you, but you really look fresh.
yeah, it's dope shit. Like it's
Oh,
all
you got the legs for it too. So,
them legs are a fucking issue, bro.
Makes my dick tingle.
Oh, that big
and
thing.
from what I've been told, that's a big thing.
That's a big tingle, buddy. Feels like your
watch
foot
out.
goes to sleep. You can feel
Fucking
the rest of his body dies
getting
out.
lightheaded. All the blood's going
Dude's got
somewhere
a
else.
fucking hammer on him. But yeah, so I was like, I talked to Joel and I was like, what are you thinking? You know, and he's like, I said we bring back the shorts one more time. Let's do the whole cowboy get up, and we got the truck now. He's like, let's do it like you're a fucking gay hooker. Like, you know, like
You're a lot lizard.
I'm a
Yeah.
gay lot lizard. And I was like, all right, cool. And so initially
That
the
is it.
video that we
Okay.
didn't put out, it was me coming up off of Matt and wiping my mouth and being like, appreciate it, and then hopping out the truck. And then we did the whole, hey, it's a lot lizard Luker here, blah, 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 and did the
Right.
whole little spill or whatever. And that's initially why it was the lot lizard Luker. But
Okay.
and you could just kind of get a feel that I was a homosexual man during the video with the outfit that I was wearing. Like we did a bunch of pictures and shit. Like we had another local comic, Tanja, and I'm sure you know Tanja D.
Is
huh?
she the ton of fun?
She's the one that hosts that comedy show.
Well, I have not met her. Scooby brought her up the other night, and I think that's who he was
the
talking
older
about.
black lady.
He just said, all he said was ton of fun.
Yeah, that
Is she a
might be
big girl?
her. No. Oh, maybe he's talking about Pearl.
I don't know.
Pearl
It's
is
a
probably a
fucking-
ton of fun.
Pearl is fucking a pearl, man. Anyway, so back to the lot lizard thing.
I
So
call
that's
her
what-
Rose.
Yeah, she's got a great joke about a sex toy.
Don't
called the
ruin it.
Rose. Yeah, it's honestly, it's one of my favorite bits. And anytime like we have an open mic and a couple comics kind of do bad in between, I'm like, Pearl, you're up, baby.
Yeah,
and
nice.
she knows how to bring back a room, and I
Nice.
absolutely adore her to death.
She
And-
works at a fucking convict unit.
Yeah, she works at CCC.
Okay, nice.
So
Yeah.
like there's content. for
Yeah,
days.
She knows a friend of mine.
Here's the flyers.
Oh yeah, we were gonna roast these.
They're good, but they're not
We're-
at all what we needed.
So what was the discrepancy here? Because it's my wife,
It's an old bus station.
and
so,
she did train station.
Yes, because it's just called Station. So, side note, my buddy Joel, who we've talked about multiple times, he recently got into this decision. You know where the old lot is, the old bus station?
Yeah, downtown.
So
Yeah,
the lot shop.
I was looking for the address. I see it now.
Yeah,
that's a badass flyer.
It's a badass poster, especially with the "Don't Take the Serious" logo right there. Like it kind of fits in perfect.
She did a fucking.
That is a damn good looking poster.
Yes, she is 100%. I've only paid her a few times. She does it for the love.
What you do is you cut that scene from Tombstone where he's nailing it up, and you put that over it.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark, we don't need your shit, bro. Just kidding. I love you, Mark. Please do my shit.
Is your wife that did this?
His wife, yeah.
Right, yeah, no, that's great. I like that.
Did we just get a new client?
Me? Shit, if I can afford it, we're going to figure something out.
She's, I was about to say she's cheap and easy, but that's not what I meant. I love you, Emily.
For me, she's cheap and easy.
She's talked to me a couple times.
Negative. Negative 3 shots from...
Oh, yeah, she's at Glendo's one day. You don't want to talk about it? All right, we'll leave it there. No, so go to the next one. The next one's pretty cool, too. It looks like an old, like an early 2000s movie poster. I think that's cool as shit, but once again, we are in a bus station, trolley station kind of thing.
That does look good. That's a movie poster.
Yes.
That is high quality.
That's really cool. Damn, she's doing good. I don't look at her shit.
She sends me, every time I ask for one, she sends me 5 or 6. This is my favorite right here.
She's on it, bro.
Yeah, she's good.
I don't like this one.
I absolutely love it. The colors pop. And it reminds me of the first Tiki poster we did.
This looks like some stupid Shreveport shit. That's what I don't want.
It's so funny. I was going to call it Ratchet, but I was afraid to. I didn't want to offend nobody.
No, I don't like this.
This is one me and Joel decided
You're not going to offend anybody.
This is one me and Joel liked.
This is stupid.
The colors pop, and that's what we need people to be like,
this isn't fucking Nickelodeon. And if it was, it needs to be a little bit more Nickelodeon-ish.
Green. Get some slime on there.
I don't like this.
What?
Told you, man. She's talked to me a few times.
You don't like that one. All right, and then there's this one.
I'm not a huge
I love
fan.
that this is the first time we're seeing these.
It's so funny because I see like 6 or 7 every time I get a flyer, like ask her for a flyer, and Nick only sees the final product.
All right, this one's cool, but out of all of them,
I like the first one.
The first one is the fucking
I like the old
best.
Western.
So what we need to do,
especially with
Texas Takeover.
Yeah.
Do you already have the flyer for Texas Takeover?
Yes, it's already up.
Fuck.
So let's hop into this show we got coming next weekend. When's this going to be out?
I can put it out whenever.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I can put it. I can get it edited and put it out Monday or Tuesday.
Can we go back to the first one real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris, that's solid. So what do we need to do to this flyer to make it relevant to the show?
Well, it's not a train.
So it's a bus station.
Yes, or a trolley.
So we could change that to a trolley because a trolley has the same aesthetics as a fucking train.
Yeah.
And we used to have trolleys downtown.
So we just need to get her to go find a New Orleans style trolley to put in there, and then boom.
Which, I guess technically back in the day, this would have been what pulled an old style trolley, is a steam train.
At what is that? Cat? Does that say at? Oh, I see. At Shreve Station.
So let's talk about Shreve Station a little bit.
Now this is the lot downtown where the old
bus where the old lot is.
There's restaurants and stuff like that down there now.
Yeah, they're building up downtown really good right now. And the good thing about the station is, man, this is a new venue. That's it's doing its first show, I think, this next weekend. Yeah, the Friday or Saturday after ours, and then the following week before ours. Or after our Tiki show. That's what I'm trying to say. So this one is February 9th. We're going to be over at the lot. This is the first time we're going to be doing comedy there. The owner, Jackie, can't remember his name. He recently bought into it. He's cousins with Joel, and he needed Joel's help because Joel's a fucking mastermind when it comes to promotion. That was a really good sound for the podcast. But he's a mastermind when it comes to promotion and doing things like this because that's what he's passionate about, not what he does for work. So he decided to link up with him, and he's going to help him do that.
You want another drink?
Yeah, do you got water?
Yeah, I got. There's waters right there. I got Diet Coke out back. Oh. I bought Diet Coke for you.
All right, I'm going to drink some
Can
Diet
you throw
Coke.
them Joes this way?
Fuck yeah.
Smoking all your cigarettes, having a little whiskey. You want anything to drink?
I have dinner plans with a potential, not client, but a potential person.
Business partner?
Fucking 7:30.
Oh, we're good then. We got plenty of time. I got to make.
But I'm gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, that's the perfect time. I told you we were gonna. You're like, I'll have one maybe.
Yeah.
The looser it gets, the more fun it is.
I'm having a good time.
This is so fucking fun.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah, we're gonna do this all the fucking time. This is our new Thursday plan. We're about to take over his podcast. He doesn't know it. When he comes back, I'll tell him again. We're the new fucking podcast.
All right, so
I hate that I keep looking at my phone.
This flyer is pretty fire, dude.
Yeah, she's bro.
Can we call her right now? No, I don't like it at all.
Dude, tell me that's not sick.
Look, we need to have a
You don't like it?
We need to have a short conversation with her right now.
Are you gonna put her close to the mic so we can hear?
Yeah. We're just having a short conversation.
Appreciate you, bud.
Alright.
Hey baby, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm sitting here working on Chris's posters.
So that's what actually we're looking at right now on the podcast. So you're live right now on the podcast as you talk. You're on speakerphone and we can hear you. So there was a miscommunication that happened. So it said at Shreve Station. So you put a train there. It's actually a bus station. It's the lot.
Awesome. Can do, no problem.
Yeah. So we've been sitting here kind of like shitting on the different type of posters,
but for the record, they look great.
But yeah, for the record, they all look great. The one that is my least favorite is the like 90s theme one, but the movie poster you fucking crushed.
I'm glad you like that.
Yeah, that was so good. The first one is awesome. So could you take the first one and make it like...
It might not be in that order.
It might not be in the same order. So the one that's like the Western one that has the train in the middle, can you make that like a trolley?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah, I already got her on this.
Oh,
bro.
you already... we're working at the same time when we're working.
Yeah, like when you told her it's a bus station, she's like being sweet to you. She can't hear us at all, by the way. But she's all being sweet to you, like, yeah, I know. Oh, okay, cool, we can do that. But really, she's like, yeah, fucking idiot, already got on that.
It's already done. I've already sent another copy over.
Yeah. I just sent you that new trolley one.
Let's see.
Hey, they really like your work, Emily, a lot, and it's on the podcast. It's on the video. We're actually looking at your stuff right now.
So, including us three, 5 people will see it.
Hell
Yeah. There's a ton of people that watch this.
Hey, man, don't call my other friends
great.
fat.
There it is.
There it is.
Let's
What
check it
do
out.
we have? Is this the new one?
This is the new one
With the trolley?
With the trolley. She already made it.
But you told her to do that one.
Now
Yeah,
look,
that's what Joel liked.
that doesn't look bad. I like
I'm
that
doing
one.
both.
You're doing both?
Yeah, I'm sending over the Western one in just a second. I've just got to line it up.
Yeah, dude, let her work, bro.
Man,
Okay.
let the painter paint.
Oh shit, we back.
Oh
Okay.
shit, the dogs are at it again.
What's up? There's Gumbo.
Well, so
and
look,
what?
they have convinced me
Pete.
to have a
The one
couple of
barking is Pete.
scotches. And so I'm 3 scotches in. So dinner's going to be interesting tonight with Eddie and Peggy.
Sorry.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll have a good time. All right. I love you.
I can.
I'll send
Yeah, I
this one over in
can.
just a second. Love you too.
Bye,
They
bye.
will annoy the shit out of you. Pete, stop it.
All right, we're back.
Nobody wants to hear it. We'll do an interview with you one day. I do have a song. I have a video that I want to shoot with them too. You know, I'm a stupid dad, so I'm always like, you know, making stupid raps. And it was
This is my new best friend ever. I do the same thing.
it was Pete and Gummers, Gummers and Pete and Gummers. Ricky, one is a dog and the other is a dog. Pete and Gummers.
Wiggity.
And all it is just like bouncing back and forth from them to
The
Pete
same.
and Gummers.
Gummers and Pete.
Pete and Gummers. Yeah.
So
do y'all want to?
yeah,
Are you gonna go first?
yeah.
Okay.
So we got Nick over here, who is a he won't admit it.
This is where we're gonna segue into.
He's a fucking killer producer for rap music. He loves trap beats. I'm
Yeah?
not so much on the trap beats, but I'm sure he's got one on his phone we can play. But I don't know how hard that would be to pull up. But Nick he used to sell his beats to like not high. It's not like Lil Wayne's rapping, but you know, B Will.
I worked with B Will. I worked with Big Papa, and then I ended up working with Black and Mild. So Black and Mild was down in New Orleans. He had just co-produced the songs "Nice for What" and "In My Feelings" for Drake.
Okay.
So Drake wanted that New Orleans style bounce. He had a connect, and that connect knew Black and Mild. And so I listened to a podcast, Producer Ground podcast, and he was on it. And I was like, all right, let me hit this guy up. He said that he would work with local people. So I hit him up, and I was like, hey, I'm from Louisiana. I'd love to collab with you. And he hit me back. And I ended up going down there and producing 2 or 3 songs with him. Nothing really came of it. At that time, I thought like, oh, shit, this is my moment.
Right.
But it was a very interesting thing, and I had a really good time doing it. And as far as like the making the beats and stuff like that, I did sales for a while, cold calling on Instagram, and we did like anywhere between like $1,000 to, I think the highest month was $2,000 a month in sales, on like selling instrumentals to rappers.
Excuse me 1 second.
You're good.
It's the boss.
Uh-oh, mama.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. No, you're good. I'm sorry.
You're interrupting my best podcast ever.
Yeah. Tell him if he needs me to shoot out here, and I'll check on him in a minute.
Hell yeah.
Love you. Love you too, bye.
Isn't it crazy being a dad? You got so much shit to handle all the time.
That's why I got all this surveillance.
We're not breaking into here, Nick. We already got the surveillance out.
There's 6 cameras you don't even know about.
Fucking
that aren't even on that screen. That notify me when they detect motion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good thing I have nothing to steal.
I don't either, but I like I sit back here. Okay, so let me just. So a couple years ago. Oh wait, we were in the middle of something.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. No,
I think he's trying to find a beat right now, so we got some time.
I'm sorry. Well, okay.
The beats are on your email.
All right. Fucking rights, baby.
So the first 2 that I sent to you are, you haven't gotten the third one yet.
It looks like we're missing one. So
yeah. It'll probably show in a minute. But the last one that I sent to you is the collab that I did with Black and Mild down in New Orleans.
Ta-da beats.
So you should be able to scroll down. Yep, and then it should be able to play right here.
So this was Nick's passion that he just was like, I got to make money. I can't keep doing this shit.
I put it away, yeah.
And you made this?
Yes.
Every bit of it?
Yep.
Is it coming?
No, it will pick up. It is picking up, but I don't have it hooked up to play through this yet.
Oh, yeah.
But it does
It'll
pick up.
through
It
the
does
mic.
pick up.
Yeah.
No. It picks up through the.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Out the Mud. Is that the name of it?
Yeah. So you see up there at the top. Do people see this? Okay. So at the top you have Out the Mud, rod wave type beat. The reason why we did that is because that's how we sold the beats to Instagram rappers, is that they would want a certain artist type beat.
And that certain artist was a rod wave type.
Yep, and that's a very searchable term on the internet.
Okay.
And then I would put in there the BPM, so the artist would have that, the key that it's in, and that's my BMI number. So when they would register the song through ASCAP or BMI or whatever, I could get performance rights royalties, the pro royalties off of that.
Nice.
Yep. And then at the end, you have produced by Ta-Da Beats, so people would know.
Is that you?
Yep.
Nice. Ta-da!
And that's what the company is actually. We have like a texting service, and we put that under Ta-Da Beats.
Yeah, because he already had the LLC.
It was
going.
a media company, and so like under that same media company, we are having that. That's where Social Anchor comes from, the social media agency. So like a lot of things are held under this Ta-Da Beats LLC.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very smart.
Anything entertainment wise.
Very smart.
If anybody is like ever interested, or like you're following, you said the 5 people, if they're like interested about LLC, we'll just go in and like we'll talk about that shit for a minute.
Fuck yeah. I like that. It's very subtle and just chill.
Yeah, so that's one of them. That next one, I don't know what I put in. Let's see. Oh, so this is the one that I did with Black and Mild. So this was
where'd that logo? Did you do that, or your wife do that logo too?
No, I actually had somebody from Buku Vapor. I can't remember her name, but she was doing graphic design at the time, and she said that she could do like character things, and so that's what I had done. Had it been in today's time, I would have done that with the artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
What were you about to do to that rabbit?
He's doing magic. Ta-da.
So because it's Ta-Da Beats, so here's the thing is
Rabbit looks scared. Ta-da, dinner's ready.
Got it, bitch. I really just kind of fought with it for a while. Like, what am I going to do for the logo? And what am I going to do for the name? And my name prior to all this, and we can go back and pull up an old video, it was Nicholas Aaron Music. I just used that as my name. He references that shit all the time.
That's his name to me, Nicholas Aaron Music. What are you doing?
So
that's how he gets called out.
So I wanted to do a rebranding. I took a music producer course so I could learn how to sell beats online, things like that. And so I rebranded it to Ta-Da Beats, and the reason why I did that is because I really like magic. Recently found out that Chris really
I'm
likes
a big magic guy.
And so we really like magic.
And just so I don't end up like Tom Segura on that podcast, you mean Magic the Gathering or Magic like
No,
Ta-Da?
Like
magic.
Like Ta-Da.
Okay.
If you have
Just
if you have a deck of cards, I will do a magic
This
trick.
motherfucker pulled out a magic trick the other day.
I will do
I don't have a deck of cards, but I'd have you do that shit all day, man.
Yeah.
We'll bring it with the
My
wine
son
and
was
cheese.
trying to learn, sleight of hand and hiding cards and all that stuff, and he never. I don't think he, went
Didn't
too much.
stick with
but his
it,
hands are so small. You know what I mean?
I'll teach him a couple of things.
Yeah, he'd probably love it, or at least he used to. He would probably love it.
So I was like, Ta-Da Beats, like that's a thing, like that goes in with what I like. So like,
You need something?
No, I was looking at your pen. I saw it and I was like, I have a pen like that. Yeah, it's a good pen. Because I have to have one for work with the stylus on it. Is it stylus? Stylus?
Stylist.
It's got my mom's name on it. I don't know.
Hell yeah. I'm about to call her up.
Not her number.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
It's just her name. You can Facebook her.
I love it. Check it out. I won't say the full name. JR, retired and loving it.
Yeah. And she went to work Friday. She's retired like 5 times.
Yeah.
She's
I love how she's like, I'm finally retired. I got to make some fucking pens.
Yeah, gotta get them.
Gotta make some
Gotta get
pens.
these pins.
So going to the logo, that's why we created the logo. And underneath this logo, I couldn't put the whole thing, but it was at the time, Supreme was really trendy, and they had just come up with the Supreme Louis Vuitton chest, and so it like a magic box. So she did that with the rabbit. So it was like I pulled the rabbit out of the chest. I'm holding the rabbit. Ta-Da Beats, the whole thing.
Gotcha.
Yep.
It looks like you're about to cut that rabbit's throat from that perspective.
that's
It's not
awesome.
out of the realm of possibilities.
That's
So what is
awesome.
this? This is a little baby.
So this is the one that I did. This is the collaboration I did with Black and Mild down there. So I did all the melodies. He did all the drums. So he put the New Orleans style on it. It was the coolest thing. His studio was crazy. I'll tell you a little story about that.
This reminds me of old like Lil Wayne type shit.
I feel like I've heard this.
It's on a song, huh?
I don't know if they released it or not. I'm not sure.
But it's definitely been recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you end up doing it with? Do you know?
I have no idea. That's the weird thing about how these things work. They once you put it out there, they shop it.
Yeah.
I've tried to work with Mark Pugh, but that hasn't happened yet
Yeah,
because he
Mark.
raps.
Get your shit together, Bubba.
But like, I'm not trash.
And it's not like you're trying to be like, hey, dude, give me $1,000 for this beat. You're like, hey, just use this beat.
Free beats.
Yeah, free beats. Here we go.
Man, I'll put any song that you want on my shit.
If you need like an intro song or whatever, like I have tons.
Do it.
Yeah, because that's I was talking to him. I was like, hey, I know you hadn't done the beats in a while, but
This part.
from now on. See, like you can see how hype he is.
Yeah,
This is
no,
how I
I
get
see
about
it,
comedy.
yeah.
Like,
I love music, man. I needed to have a business to make money. I needed a vacuum to suck money in to go into rental. I have rental properties and Airbnb and stuff like that.
All local?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I needed something to like pull money in to then redeploy it back out to properties. And so like I put this on the back burner, but when I come back to this, I'm going to be a motherfucker.
double
That's
down
what's
on
up.
it. Yeah.
That's what's up.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because he's
That's
been
awesome.
doing this since
8 years.
Yeah, no longer than that, dude. Since we were like 15, not the beats.
Yeah.
But you've been making music. So
Yep.
when me and Nick first met, it was brand new at Captain Shreve, right? And so me and my other buddy are talking about donkey shows. We're all familiar with what a donkey show is.
No, what is that? No, I'm kidding.
Okay. I was like, let's leave that one out. We talked about Centos a little bit, so let's not talk too much in it.
Not too much on the donkey show.
But so me and my buddy Kurt Wiley, I don't know where the fuck he's at. Shout out Kurt Wiley.
Hey, yo.
And he's me and him are talking about it, and Nick's sitting like maybe like 2 or 3 rows behind us on the bleachers at school.
It's the first time we met.
First time we met, and he comes down, and he goes, what the fuck is this again? And we just let him in on this shit, and he's like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is my new best friend ever. And so fucking me and Nick just started hanging out. I remember going to his house in high school, and he had a keyboard. I was like, oh, you play piano? And he goes, oh, I make techno music.
Yep.
This motherfucker was the ecstasy taking, glow stick playing, techno music making motherfucker.
Do you know a guy named Matt Thomas by chance?
No, I don't.
DJ MT?
I don't.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
But that's just it. Like, Nick's been doing this shit forever because he's always liked music and the aspect of it. And for a while, you were involved in, like, the local scene, like, producing shows and shit?
Yep.
Yeah, I was doing sound for shows and things like that.
I helped out a little bit with Be Friendly, not like to a large extent,
Yeah.
but we crossed paths for sure But then like my thing really ended up going into the rap scene, and I got very deep into like the culture and stuff like that, and so I enjoyed that a lot. I made
you got kicked out of the rap scene once they saw that blackface photo.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Tough look.
That didn't happen.
Should have just showed him your dick. You'd have got
they're
back.
like,
he's got a hog. He's with us.
Yeah. He's African somewhere.
He's with us. No, the guys, the local rap scene around here is interesting, and I never really wanted to be in it, but B. Will at the time and Big Papa, they were working on some things and got a manager, and they got linked up with Badass Entertainment, which is Boosie's label. And so, like, B. Will has a song or two with Boosie, and I don't think anything really ended up surfacing with that. There were some, like, illegal things that happened, too, with some of the crew. So just some shit happened, but it was cool, man. It was a really interesting thing, especially going and like doing stuff with Black and Mild. I started making my way, and around that time, like I think that was my Hail Mary throw. I'd been doing this for a long time, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go down here and really work with this guy. And that kind of fizzled out, and I was like, I've got to do something different. And so that's why like all these different random companies started popping up, like doing like rental property, doing Airbnb, doing social media management and all that kind of stuff. And I'll circle back around and do music again soon. I would say within the next couple of years. I'll build a studio and stuff.
My favorite thing about this person right here, Nick, he decided one day, I don't want to work a real fucking job, so I'm not. I am done working the 9-to-5 shit. And he was like, I'll find another way to get rich, because I do want to be rich, but I will find another fucking way. And he's fucking... I mean, within the next 3-4 years, I mean, he's going to probably be where he wants to be in life. And probably, he's not one of those guys that's like, all right, I got $1 million. Now I need to see what it takes to get $1 billion. He's like, I'm making $1 million a year. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I would love to, at some point, if the conversation opens up to that point and we could get more people to watch this type of thing. You say like 5 people and stuff. I don't know.
I think I have 25 subscribers on this channel. I think there's 100 on the other one, but me and Glenn started the other channel, and it's one of those things where I don't want to. I'm sure that the fan base that's there was his. Yeah. And it's not something that I don't.
He just told you that.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, you can kind of see. I don't know any of these people.
It's all the key people.
Versus the His Man Cave Productions, that's anybody that I've shared with, which is not a lot. Don't get it wrong.
Your screen share's still up.
Oh yeah, thanks. See, again, need a producer, because I forget about that shit. But I don't really want to put it on my podcast, his Man Cave. There's more people that are subscribed to the channel, but I don't ever want it to be something where somebody can throw something in my face later.
Oh, then be like, well, those were my guys, and now you're earning off of that kind of shit. Yeah.
And in reality, what me and Glenn started is what me and Glenn started.
Yes.
If I continued down that path, he would kind of be entitled to it to a degree. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things where it's like, just cut and start fresh.
Oh, while you were outside earlier getting us beverages, me and Nick decided this is what we're doing every Thursday.
Done.
If you want to shoot
now, so Thursday. The only problem with Thursdays is I typically work Thursday night.
Oh no, you don't.
So it would have to be, Thursday nights I can usually have it wrapped up by about 9.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, and if y'all don't mind that, I don't mind.
If you want to do that, we could shoot a pod. We could do a pod every Thursday, and whether or not it's a 3-hour like we're kind of rolling on right now.
Well, I mean, what I did with Scooby's, me and Scooby did 245, 250.
Oh, okay.
And I cut some stuff. There was a little bit where we were both kind of talking shit, and I was like, you know what? We had been drinking. I don't know if he'll want that. I don't give a fuck about me.
Yeah.
But I cut a little bit. So I ended up I chopped them down to like 15-minute episodes.
Yeah.
I haven't put anything out yet because I was trying to stack some stuff. So I don't know if this has been a very interesting episode for me, because again, I don't get to. Typically, I don't. I've already done the introduction and met people. Whenever we sit down, so there are times
we walked in and we're like, let's sit.
Yeah, well, and there's times where I feel like this is natural. Like, and this is one thing that I feel like has been lacking with the channel is the organic side of it. I feel like a lot of it has been forced.
Yeah.
This is the change that we're trying to bring into Shreveport and Joe.
And I mean,
good thing about, I hate to sound like a cocky asshole, but good thing about me doing this with you is I can bring the other comics and be like, hey, you don't have a choice. I need you to come in here and do this for at least 2 hours with me.
Yeah, now I can get like David and Mark, and
yes,
I can get Glenn
those are
and
easy,
all them.
but
I can get all them in here because I'm connected with them.
Yes. So
now the new comics over the last couple of years, anybody that's new, I don't know them.
Or the lady that we have coming in doing a show in the next 3 months.
So,
like, that's going to be fire to have her give stories about touring with Louis and stuff like that. Like, that's going to be very fucking interesting.
And so one thing we can do, like, obviously these touring comics, the lady, she gave me a price that was very well within our budget. And I was like, okay, so if she's like, I mean, usually I get paid for a podcast. That's something where Don't Take This Serious would take it out of my bank account and be like, hey, come do this podcast. We'll pay you for your time kind of thing.
Well, I mean, if we're doing something together, I have no problem with us doing it together. You know what I mean?
New podcast name, Don't Take This Serious.
Yeah, I mean, and I can change that. That's not a problem whatsoever. No. You know, so, I mean, because none of this is set in stone.
Yeah, you're just
Again,
chilling.
I'm trying to find my lane. I'm trying to find my avenue of approach here because I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I would love to buy the company that I work for now.
Yeah. Where are you working at again?
On the Go Delivery.
On the Go. So
go ahead.
Who's going to say the so better? So
you're probably me.
Okay, go.
So you say you want to buy the company?
Yeah. I've been trying to, but it's just that's a whole nother story for another day that I cannot say out loud.
100%. Okay. Well, but what we can talk about is like things that my skill base comes from learning about like acquisition, right? Understanding how you can acquire businesses, understanding how you can structure those terms, understanding how you can like negotiate with the people to make fair terms to where not only do you walk away good, but like the other person walks away good.
Yeah. So my understanding is nobody walks away happy and everybody's happy.
That's the misconception, right?
Well, it's got to be a little more than what I want to pay for it and a little less than what he wants to pay for it. So nobody's happy, but everybody's happy. That's the way I've always been.
It depends on how you structure it, right? Because you can work out percentage deals to where you can say like, hey, I want to acquire the company, but I'll still alleviate you 10% of the sales on top of what we buy the company for or whatever. I'll definitely love to talk to you about that because these are the things that like my passion is music, but my passion is also business. And that's what I was going to circle back to and say is like at any time I would love to sit here and just fucking rock with it on business stuff for like an hour and just go through some things and make it happen.
Whatever you want, we can set it up. This is a studio for podcasting.
Fucking right.
And if there's, hey, the sound needs to be adjusted. There's the board. You know the sound. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we need to get a de-esser. All right, tell me what to order. I'll do it. I can't necessarily order $400 or $500 microphones tomorrow, but
these mics are great.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I have
concerned.
I have 1 or 2 podcasting microphones at the house that I could bring if you needed some more. If we wanted to have like a 4-seater or 5-seater.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So.
Because I've got the capacity.
Go ahead. Yeah, fuck it. We're at this point now.
We're buddies now.
I'm saucy, so like fucking do it, bro.
So Nick, when we're going up, he's like, so do you know this guy? I was like, bro, I've messaged him on Facebook just about this. I have no idea what he looks like. Didn't even.
Let's just say like Shreveport-esque things are always FUBAR as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what FUBAR means, but
fucked up beyond all recognition.
Okay,
it's
yes.
German, right?
But so he was like, what if we just get to this house, man? It's a piece of shit house, and it fucking stinks like shit. And like, he's like, what? And I was like, dude, don't worry about it. Fuck it. And he goes, I'm telling you, if it's a shit show, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm just dropping him off, and I'm out. And I was like, that's cool, man. And I'll do a little 20 minutes. And I'll be like, never do that.
And then we walk in, and there's a table and the mics and
then the fucking house smelled terrific.
Yeah, the house. And you were like, excuse my dirty house.
And it's like 20 times cleaner than my house right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck, don't ever come.
Well, that kind of hurts my heart, man. You know what I mean?
I didn't know you, man. I saw
shithole house. No, I'm kidding.
No, you didn't have the shithole house. That's what's perfect about it.
No, and
we just didn't know what we were walking into, and Chris was like, "Do you think you should bring your mic? Because we don't know what the fuck."
Yeah, we don't know. Well, and then I go, "No." He said he had spots for 4 people, and he's like, "All right, fuck it." So like we were like, what do we need to do? And he's like, what are we going to talk about? Like, we're talking about it pre. I was like, fuck it, I don't care. We're just going to roll with it, man.
Well, I try to do my research. You know what I mean? That's why I did a little dive. You know, it'd been nice if y'all had done a little dive on me. You know what I mean?
Hey. Well, that's what I actually.
All we know is he's Glenn's buddy.
I asked about that prior. So, like, literally, like 30 minutes beforehand, I called Chris and I was like, hey, like, what is cool? Can we talk about your sobriety? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. We can do that. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, so what are the topic bases of this particular podcast? Like, have you looked it up yet? And he's like, no, I haven't. I probably should. And I was like, cool, find it, send it to me so we can listen to it a little
Completely
bit.
did not do that. Forgot about it as soon as you get off the phone.
We didn't do that at all. But we're here, and it fucking worked.
And it's working great, yeah.
Nick's all saw stuff. He's like, yeah, this is a great time. I'm having a good time, man.
Look, I try to, I like to think that I'm, open-minded and cool and whatever. And when it comes to, like, all right, I'm gonna start a podcast, because that's kind of like the podcast idea for me started when I was hiking, and I tried to get my friends that I was hiking with to do it, and they had zero interest.
Really?
And then when Glenn was like, "Man, I'd love to do a podcast," he asked my wife. That was all I needed, was somebody to be like, "Sure, yeah." And she was like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing?" I'm like, "All right, I got to insulate this. I got to put plastic up." I had this flooring. Yeah, and I was like, I got to put it up, because if we're not going to use it anywhere else, I'll put it up as a backdrop. It'll be the back of our wall. So like, if you look in our old videos, that's the only completed wall, and everything else is plastic. And then,
is this plastic walls?
No, this is sheetrock.
Oh,
no, it was like plastic. Like if you look up above it, you see the 3 mil plastic.
Oh, okay.
Just it was. I'd take.
Well, you kept saying plastic walls, and I'm like, when the fuck did they start building buildings out of plastic?
Yeah, no, you'll see the black plastic, a vapor barrier.
I was legit so confused. I was like, this is fucking dope. I'm getting a plastic house. Fuck them 3 little pigs.
Well, so let me ask you this, though. With what y'all are saying, I guess the expectations
way beyond,
we're beaten.
Yeah, I would say the expectations were beaten by like 250%.
Yeah, see, like, you can't really see the picture here, but this is what it used to look like.
Yeah, it was just Nick would have left me here, and I would have done a 20-minute set.
Not at all.
It was just insulation.
That looks like the sheds we used to hang out in high school and smoke weed.
Yeah, no, hey, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So
look at you, dude. You've lost so much weight.
Oh, I've gained. I'm just as fat as I was.
No. Maybe you got a bad angle on that camera then.
You look good right now, bro.
So let's see. This is after. This was. Yeah, it's already been sheetrocked here. So let me go.
Yeah, dude. What are you talking about? You're so much slimmer than you are then.
Oh well, maybe I just shave my face. I appreciate. I'm not. Like,
you look good, man.
I physically know I'm not, but I appreciate that.
You look good.
Let's see. It's
I've got to piss in the backyard.
Man, go for it. You can piss anywhere you want. They're gone now, so that was the only thing I didn't want you to worry about, is looking through a window, my daughter looking at you,
and she's just
being like, "Oh my God, Dad's is nowhere near that size."
Before I started doing the comedy, me and Nick had kind of talked about, well, fuck it, let's do a podcast. Like, let's try to figure something out. And so he had a hot tub in his backyard. And at first we were going to do 2 dudes in a hot tub, just me and him in a hot tub shooting the shit. But the only thing that's wrong with podcasts is, like, now you need a shtick. Like, so what's good about this one is people can follow your podcast, and if I'm not trying to take over your shit, obviously, but if we can get the local comics and shit, they can be like, oh shit, Evan Cooper, I love his comedy, let's see what he's talking about. And so we can have that kind of go into that, but you need a shtick mainly. So for a while, or one thing, I was too fucking hammered to make it make sense, but
we can come back to it.
So our podcast,
Try something new.
First episode we filmed, we go to the grocery store. He's filming me walking through the grocery store, getting ingredients for sushi. We're going to try to make sushi. Yep. He has a friend that knows how to make sushi, like legit, and so we send them into it, and they see what we did, and
they
review us. This is what you fucked up. This is how you fix that. And then we do like a 20-minute podcast afterward, talking about like, okay, so with the person, like, okay, so this part right here, and like, okay, this is where you fucked up on this kind of thing. So
we could do the same thing with a wine, like try something new, and we're going to get him to try some new wine.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that'll be fun about that is if you get me to try something new, you're going to see me like go sushi. Oh,
you don't like sushi?
Well, so I have really, really weird sensitive teeth.
Yeah. I thought you were about to pull out your
No,
teeth.
it's my wife must be talking to me because it's saying I'm having performance issues. So no, I need the new system. I needed the only thing I'm missing is I'm ordering some more RAM for it. So
nice.
It should be in next week. But yeah, no, I've got really weird sensitive teeth.
Yeah,
and with that, like when I get certain textures, but like seaweed, like
soy paper. That's how you do it.
Well, no. So like a leaf gets between my teeth, and I go to bite into it. Something about it just makes me gag.
That's why we do soy paper.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And again, I'm game with trying something.
Yeah.
And I might spit it out. Bless you. Sorry. I might spit it out.
Fuck you.
I might throw the fuck up.
Yeah.
I might enjoy it. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll try if you're game, bro. We'll try a couple of different things.
Let's just do an episode called "Let's Fuck Up His Mouth Even More" and just get a bunch of shit he hates and be like, try it this way.
Oh, well, I was about to say. So when it comes to me and mouth, like I'm missing a bunch of teeth.
Yeah.
And like I've cut my own abscess out. I pulled a tooth out.
My wife is
filed a tooth.
My
down.
wife works for a dentist.
Oh, I'm good now. Dr. Scruggs is my guy. He's pulled all the bad teeth out of my mouth. We've got I had my teeth cleaned. I have to pull those pictures up. And I was laughing so hard because we were talking about it, and she sat down. I was like, look, before I say this is
it's embarrassing.
We were doing the math on it, and I was literally 18 the last time I went to a dentist, and I was fucking 38. So it's been 20 years, and she was like, "Oh, trust me, we've seen it all," And she started cleaning my teeth, which she wasn't grossed out. She's literally seen it all. That's what she does. Yeah. But I was laughing so hard because I kept spitting out gravel, and my mouth, the difference between before and after I got pictures, it was like, oh my god, how the fuck was I that gross?
So these nicotine pouches that I do, some of the nicotine gets out of the pouch, and it kind of builds up. I got this gap in between my teeth, bottom teeth, and one day I'm like, dude, something fucking hurts, and so I was just digging at it with my tongue, and I was like, do I have a chipped tooth? Like, what's the deal? And I got some floss. I'd pulled out a chunk this fucking big from in between my teeth of just shit.
Oh my god.
And I thought I broke my tooth at first because it was that fucking hard. Right. It felt like a bone. And
it's calcium.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible.
Well, we were in New York City on vacation, and we were having a great time. And I broke a tooth before we went up there.
Yeah.
And then when we got there, I was overcompensating. It didn't hurt. Yeah. It just was broken. And I was overcompensating on the other side of my mouth, and I broke another tooth, and now it hurts.
Nice.
Now it hurts bad because it's slicing the side of my tongue.
Oh.
Because it's right. The tooth itself doesn't hurt.
So you're constantly getting a sore on your tongue.
And then my tongue is starting to swell up, and I'm doing like this, and I can't talk, and I can't eat, I can't chew, I can't do nothing.
The autistic podcast.
So I got mad. I was trying to eat fucking scrambled eggs, and I couldn't eat scrambled eggs with the roof of my mouth and my tongue because my tongue was swollen, and it kept sliding across that broken tooth. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. In the diner in New York City, I looked up dentist, and I called. He was one of my customers.
Yeah.
And I said, look, this is what's going on. I need help. I'm in New York. I'll be home on Friday. Or a Thursday night. And they said, Friday morning, come and he'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
He won't pull it, but maybe he can file it down to make it more comfortable. So
it's not as miserable,
And as soon as she said file it down, my wife was like, what idea did you just get?
I'm going to fucking do it myself.
We went to Walgreens, and I bought a pack of files, and I went into the bathroom, and I hand-filed my own tooth.
Jesus Christ.
We were going to a
place.
But
you get upset when a fork touches it.
I can't stand it. And I don't know. I can't say I've ever scraped a fork across my teeth, but when I hear it,
it's the worst.
But I filed a tooth down in the bathroom of my hotel room. We were going to a restaurant that night that was like $100 a steak.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what I mean? So, and her boss was paying for all of it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm not missing out on this shit.
Yeah.
So I went and filed that tooth down.
It's going to be smooth as butter anyway for that price.
Took care of it, and we had a great rest of the trip.
Fucking right.
But my wife is like, you're a fucking psycho. Because I pulled a tooth. I broke one.
She didn't know that when you put ice in your milk?
No, she didn't. I didn't let her see that.
Call back.
But good job. But I was driving down. I used to deliver mail, and I was driving down to Pleasant Hill eating chicken nuggets from Wendy's, and I broke a tooth in half, and it fucking hurt.
We're just gonna get you smoothies, man.
And
you gotta chill.
I was talking to my wife, and I was like, I got to pull it, and she was like, do not pull it. And I was like, I've got to. It's dangling in there. It's just barely hanging on.
Yeah.
It's gonna come right out.
Yeah.
My teeth hurt right now.
It did not. I got half of it out and filled my mouth with blood. I was in so much pain. I was like, man, what do I do? I'm in Pleasant Hill. There's nothing open.
Yeah.
My wife is going to freak out when she hears this.
Oh, man. So
you're going to make her listen to it?
I'm like, I'm digging around my truck looking for, like, do I have any Advil? Do I have, like, some toilet paper?
Is there any cocaine around? Fuck.
Ironically, I look in my ashtray, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Somebody had given me 2 Percocets like 9 months before, and they got tossed into my ashtray.
That's how you quit drinking. You just eat those.
Really? That's how you lose weight, too, that and ecstasy. But I fucking it was where I kept my change, and it was like 2 half of Percocets, and the rest of it was like melted, you know, into the change. And I ate those 2 halves, and I'm sucking anything blue off a change, and my mouth hurt. And oh man, my mouth hurts. So, and the next morning, I ended up having to go and like to an oral surgeon and have the other half. He was like, "What the fuck happened?"
Like, I don't know.
And I was like, "I pulled it." And he was like, "You did what?" And I was like, "Yeah, a pair of needle nose pliers in my truck." And he was like, "Bro." So
keep feathering it, brother.
As a matter of fact, what's even more fucked up is I got home from getting that other half extracted.
Yeah.
Opened my door and got stung in the face by yellow jackets.
Jesus Christ. I had a yellow jacket, or not a yellow jacket, it was just a bee at work. So everyone's like, save the bees, you know, they're good people. And there's a fucking bee in my truck early in the morning at work. I'm trying to sort out clothes. Nah, I'm cool, whatever. I'm like trying to shoo him out. I'm like, fuck, he's going to chill with me. So me and this bee are fucking kicking it, you know, he's a good guy, he's got kids at home. And fucking all of a sudden this bee lands under my glasses. Well, the way my glasses sit, they're pretty close to my fucking eyes. And he lands under there and he fucking stings me right in the fucking face. And I swatted off my glasses. It's 3:30 in the morning. I can't fucking see my glasses where they land. And the bee's just fucking going after me, bro. And I'm like, just fucking screaming, losing my shit. Then I see that motherfucker. And I was like, you had a chance, you son of a bitch. And I stomped that motherfucker out.
Fuck that bee.
Kill the bees.
That's why you don't fuck with Chris Luger.
Yeah, you get stomped on.
So
the camera's up there.
No, I got an eyelash. And
is that what it is?
Yeah.
I thought you were winking like.
I was. Was it good? I can't wink with my left. Can you do a lefty? Fuck, you're hot. What you got,
You
Nick?
can do both? I can't wink.
I can do them both at the same time.
Oh, yeah? You want to see something really?
Yeah.
How do you snap?
How do you snap?
With my pinky.
How in the fuck do you do that?
He uses all 4 fingers.
I'm fucking with him.
Okay.
So
I snap with the middle.
The other day, my wife snaps. She's a psychopath. We've talked about this, you and her. And she snaps with her ring finger. And I go, what are you doing?
I can't quite do it. I can, but not really.
Yeah, like you can't be yelling at your kids with your ring finger snap.
No, my regular snap make them stop in their tracks.
Mm-hmm. I just said, like a sassy black lady.
Or they hear, or the other one I have is.
Yep.
That little.
I got that with Tootie. I'll just whistle at her real quick, and she's like, "Oh shit."
Well, it's funny because like I can do it across a room, and they'll know I'm trying to get their attention.
Yeah.
You know, if we're trying to go somewhere, trying to leave, or my wife is, you know, I'm like, hey, I'm stuck in a conversation I don't want to be in. Come fucking help me. And she hears.
Yeah.
She's like, what's my husband doing?
Yeah.
You know, we're lost. She's lost in Home Depot, and she hears it. She whistles back.
She's just inside the shed.
So let's circle back. We missed a couple of things.
All right, sorry. I like this guy. He keeps us.
He
like,
keeps
and
it
this
on track.
That's
what happens when you hang out with me enough. He's like, someone's got to keep this straight.
And he's been drinking. I mean, what the fuck is this?
I've just
so we missed the really cool story that you had about the pot, about the gas station.
Oh, the gas station.
And then we also missed. I wanted to show you the younger version of myself in music. Producing.
Okay.
So let's do the story first.
You want to save it for next time, or you want to roll it now?
No, roll the story right now, and then we'll pull up on YouTube the young version of the music producing thing. So we're gonna circle back. We derailed.
We derailed, but we're back.
But it's totally cool. That's how it goes.
It happens with my ADD ass.
Hey,
so
I got you.
So right out of high school, I worked at the Shell station, the gas station right up here when it was a Texaco, the one on Preston.
And don't miss the part about the gas stealing.
You talking about Johnny's Pizza?
The one right by Johnny's Pizza.
Yeah, okay.
I used to work there right out of high school. I was a real winner in life. And so
it was a spot, bro.
It was a spot. Everyone could buy beer.
We all hung out there at the
and
gas
everyone would
station
just come kick it and eat fucking hot dogs and fucking kick it.
They don't sell hot dogs over there
I know,
anymore.
man. I'll talk to Malik, man. That's my dude.
He's got a dope ass ring. Yeah. I was talking to him the other day. Anyway,
you can compliment mine when you want.
I've been trying to see if it's a class ring or is it a wedding ring.
It's my grandfather's ring.
Why are we talking about rings when I got this fucking piece
man,
right here?
I saw that earlier too, and I'm like, man, I'm wearing rubber.
I got a rubber. I got the rubber wedding ring and a rubber on my dick. Can't ever stay too protected, buddy. But so I'm working there, and at the time I was selling weed because obviously gas station doesn't pay for living life. So I'm selling.
Weed can.
It can. I miss those days so much. And so I'm selling weed at the gas station. Everybody, come on, you can come through here. I'll have it weighed out for you, bagged up, ready to go. So One day, this fucking asshole comes in. They pull up going like what? Well, you were there when they pulled up. They were going like 80 miles an hour. Slammed on their brakes at the fucking thing. Came in hooting and hollering, fucking being idiots. And he says something sideways at me. I'm like, hey, man, I'm not dealing with this shit tonight. I'm not selling y'all nothing. And he was like, hey, fuck you, man. And I was like, I'm just not selling you nothing. You can bring whatever you want up here. I ain't doing it. Like, I'm not fucking with you guys tonight. So he's like, all right, motherfucker. I'm going to come back and fucking kill you. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, let's call the cops. So I called the cops. Cops show up, and he's like, tell me the situation. I told him the whole story. And he goes, that's cool, man. Someone told me you were selling weed out of your truck. Fuck. Yeah, fuck. And I'm like, all right. And he's like, so what we're going to do right now is put you and your buddy, Nicholas. He's just chilling at the gas station. You know, he's hanging out at the club in the back of the cop car. While he's like, we can either search your truck or we can go get a drug dog. I'm like, fuck it, you can search. I didn't have no drugs on me. What I did have was a scale, baggies, and a pipe.
Contraband.
I'm mailing stuff.
Yeah. Well,
I need this for postage.
So he's like, can I search your truck? And I was like, yeah, fuck it. I've always been one of those like, fuck it, you got me. Okay, here it is. Yeah. Like, it is what it is. I'll probably get off lesser charges because I just gave it to you. So they're going to my car, and he's like, where is everything? And I was like, everything's behind the seat. I had an old 91 Chevy pickup. Well, the seat was a bench seat that you had to pull something to scoot it up.
It was kind of a bitch to fuck with.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
so
exactly.
So me and him are in the back of the cop car, and we're just sitting there. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
This is when we were also rapping in a sense. So you're like, should we film a mixtape right here on the fucking cop camera?
Yeah, let's fucking get it.
Content.
And that was
fucking Mr. Beast over here.
That's another time when I got super on mushrooms for a while, and I listened to a rap album, and I was like, I'm going to be a rapper. I had an epiphany.
I know how to make crack from cocaine now. I'm going to be a rapper.
We're going to fucking do it, man. So he throws us in the car, and they're fucking struggling trying to get behind this seat. Like, they don't know where the fucking thing is. They're, like, just trying to break the fucking back of the seat, you know. And I just knocked on the window. They didn't handcuff us or nothing. They just threw us in the back or didn't throw us. They were like, would you have a seat?
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay.
White privilege.
Yeah, super white privilege. I'm cool with it. I got to call it when I can. And so I knock on the window.
Use it when you can.
Yeah. I got to, man.
Especially around here.
It's the only privilege I got, man. I ain't got no money privilege. So fucking, I knock on the window. Dude opens the door. And he's like, what? And I go, there's a lever in front of the seat. You got to pull that, and it'll slide forward. And he goes, thank you, and slams the door back. And I'm looking at Nick. I'm like, all right, here it goes. He gets everything. He puts it on the back of my truck, like on the little railing on the bed. And he goes, so you got a baggie? And I go, or you got baggies? And I go, yeah. And he goes, what's that for? And I go, sandwiches. And he just laughed at me. He's like, and he goes, what's the scale for? And I was like, I just ain't trying to get ripped off, you know. It is what it is. And he goes, the pipe? And I go, that's for smoking. That's for smoking weed. He goes, all right, you got a couple options. I can take you to jail, or I can let you go back to work, and we can let you go back to work, and I break the pipe right now. I just grabbed the pipe and I threw it on the ground. I was like, we're
break
good?
That motherfucker.
And he goes, all right, we're good. And I go, what about the dude that said he was going to come back and kill me? Like, because that's in the back of his mind. He's like, fuck you, you sell drugs. I'm like, what about the murderer? Which is typical SPD. Shout out. And so anyway, he's like, we'll go park across the street, and if he comes back, we'll handle it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I immediately go to shut the store down, like, fuck it, I ain't hanging out here. But I guess I ended up, like, staying. And the dude comes walking by the window, and he's like, I'm going to fucking kill you. Like,
shows you a gun?
No, it's just his hands. It was real scary either way.
It was fucking terrifying. We're children.
Yeah, I was 18 at the time. Like,
Man, I grew up in Highland, man. I had guns pulled on me since I was like 14 years old.
Jesus.
So.
We'll bring that next time, too.
Okay.
I got all kinds of cool stories. I can't wait. So anyway, they're rolling in the dough right across the street. And I knocked on their window, and they're like, yeah, what's up? And I go, did you not see the motherfucker right there? He's like, oh, I guess we missed him. I was like, he just came back. And they're like, oh, we'll do a drive around, see if we can find him.
They didn't give a fuck.
They didn't give a fuck. It's still the same. I got some SPD stories.
But at that same gas station, little side story, I pull up one day.
This is great.
I pull up one day, and it's the spot where we hung out at. That's
you remember
Chris
being
worked.
poor, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You mean this morning?
This was the poor. This was the poor story. And so I pull up. I need some gas, and the gas pump, the plastic piece, the rubber part that comes down, had gotten caught underneath where you hang up the gas nozzle. And so it never cut
it never disconnected
the pump off.
Okay.
And so I pull up and I'm about to get gas and I see it. And I walk inside and I'm like, Chris, the gas pump is not turned off. And I don't have any money or gas, but I need this.
That's one of those where I'm like, I don't know what you're talking
about.
and
he was like, I have no, like, do whatever you're going to do. And so I was like, all right, fuck it. And I go out there, and the guy had already racked up like $80 in the pump. And this was back in fucking like 2014.
Yeah.
So like he spent bread on gas.
Right.
He filled up some shit. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I was on E. I filled that motherfucker. I racked his fucking number up to like $140.
So you're the guy that showed up after I filled my lawn trailer up that day. All right,
That's
me.
So we'll hang out. We'll make your money's worth.
Yeah. No, I filled up, man. I was like, thank God. It was just a blessing and such a fucked up thing at the same time.
So fucked, but it's like
fucking crazy. Yeah, no, I mean,
when you're poor, man.
Trust me. I get on when it switched over from 99 to 2000, 99 to 2000. I don't know if y'all. It was really, really foggy. How old were y'all?
I'm 9, 10.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So maybe y'all don't know.
Yeah.
We were out and about, and a buddy. It was so foggy, like you couldn't see.
Yeah.
I mean, from here to that wall. And a buddy of mine showed up. And he was like, "I need the keys to your car." And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "I'm doing stuff." And I was like, "Okay."
God.
You know, and I trusted him to a degree. You know what I mean? And he comes back and he was like, "Thank you." And I was like, "What'd you do?" And he was like, "I just went and filled your car up." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's so foggy they can't see the pump from the window in Circle K." And that was back when all you you just turn the pump on and start pumping gas and go inside and pay for it. This is 99.
Yeah.
And he went and filled like 15 people's cars up at night. There's people at my house. He was filling everybody's car.
So we used to run game on Walmart back in the day. What we would do is we would go to a Walmart. We would buy a vacuum cleaner from one, and then we would also take a vacuum cleaner from the same fucking Walmart.
Like swipe one, buy one, swipe one?
Buy one, swipe one. And then we'd go and return them both at another Walmart.
Right.
We did that for a while. I was probably like 14, 15.
Fucking degenerate.
Just straight fucking
It was bricks for us. Yeah. We kept a vacuum. I mean, I know, I get it. Yeah, no, we kept the vacuum and put bricks in it. It was stereos and shit like that.
So then we got ballsy because we wanted a little bit more money, and we were like, let's do fucking power washers.
Oh.
And then bitches are heavy.
Yeah.
And so we go in there, we grab a power washer. Boom. She grabs the power washer. She goes, runs around. She's all fucking barred out, fucked up. We're on the Pines Road Walmart. She's like, you go grab one, put it in the buggy. I'm going to slip you the receipt. Same time frame. Walk out. Cool. We do all that. Power washer's in my buggy. Power washer's in her buggy. We buy one. We walk out. Well, her dumb ass, I'm following her because I'm fucking 13 years old. And because she's so fucked up, we walk around the wrong side. And so we have to walk around the entire parking lot to get back to the car. By the time we get to her car, all these like Walmart security guys that you would never even know, like undercover shoppers or whatever, are like rushing the vehicle. So we try to take the power washer and get it out of the fucking buggy into the truck, and I can't do it. And she just like says, fuck it all, goes and gets in the truck, and she's about to just fucking leave. Well, I was behind the truck, so thankfully she didn't run me over, or she would have run everybody else over. And my photo was actually put up at the Pine Tree Walmart.
No shit. That's funny.
For like I don't know how long. Like
can't imagine how big your nose looked on the little you.
Thank God it was the Pines Road because my parents never went to that one.
Oh shit! They didn't call your parents?
No, they called her grandmother to come get me and shit. So like my parents never knew. I told them later in life, but yeah, they never fucking knew.
When you talked about that interaction you had with the cops, and so we were at my drug dealer's house, and we're over. Are you familiar with Laurel in Portland?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's over in the hood.
Yeah,
it's hood, and we're over there. And we used to go over there and buy weed. I mean, every other day, go over to my buddy's house. We're sitting there and we're playing Madden. Like, we know the drug dealer. We're hanging out with
We're
him.
boys, yeah.
You know, I'd already got my weed, and the guy that I was with got his weed. We're sitting there playing Madden. And the cops show up and raid. There's a crack house next door. He sells weed. Dude next door sells crack.
Sounds like a good neighborhood.
Yeah, great neighborhood. One-stop shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
so the cops, bust in next door, and as soon as they bust in next door, my drug dealer's like, give me what you got in your pocket right now. And we give him everything. He grabs all of his shit, and he runs to the back of the house. And this is a shotgun house. Saying, bedroom, kitchen. And we go back to playing PlayStation, like trying to keep an eye on it, but not obviously.
Yeah.
And here come the cops. And they cuff us up, put us on the bed, and they're searching the house.
Yeah.
And they're like, everybody's going to jail unless you tell us where it's at. And nobody's saying shit.
Yeah.
Well, cops walk to the back into the kitchen, and you hear the refrigerator door open.
Yeah.
And then you hear the freezer door open. Well, as the refrigerator door opens, my drug dealer's eyes get about this bigger. And he's looking at us. And you hear that freezer door open, and he starts to sweat.
Yeah, just instantly.
And then you hear both of them close. And then the cops walk from the back to the front. And then they're like, oh, we got you. And we're all kind of confused because they didn't walk from the back to the front with anything.
Yeah.
And they found this pipe. Deep down in the couch. That's an old pipe.
Yeah.
And they get all pissed off. They don't find anything. They don't give anybody any tickets or nothing, and they fucking leave.
Yeah.
And my drug dealer's like, what the fuck just happened?
They didn't see it.
He's like, come back here. We walk back to the back, and it's in the freezer, frozen pizza, 2 pounds of weed, the 2 bags that he had for me and my buddy, and a frozen pizza.
They just thought they were in a pizza library.
Just closed the door.
There's that ground beef.
Closed the door, went back about their life.
Was it back when weed was shitty too?
Oh, yeah.
So it just looked like
dirt. And it was like, how the fuck did that just happen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
And
they left. We left. I don't know if I ever bought weed from him again.
No, after that, you're like, I can't. Yeah. You got to roll.
I got like 20 minutes.
All right, I probably got like 10, so let me tell this quick story. And we'll get
all right, let's have it.
All right, this is one time me and Aaron, we were going to Dallas. I didn't smoke weed at the time, man, but like I was kind of in and out of it. And I back when I sold weed, I also collected pipes, like really fancy, expensive. This motherfucker.
I gotta leave it. We got 10 minutes. I got time for one more.
Oh, there's that little sipper. Tip.
He's got a presentation. I got to be on point.
So we're driving back from Dallas, and I drove the whole way there. But he told me to bring one of these fancy pipes that I had, because that's what I collected at the time, was just fancy pipes.
Right.
And there's like this $300 Chillum. It's small. Let me get one of those, Nick. Oh, we figured out the slide. Son of a bitch.
I told you it was a good table.
It's a great table. I just called it a piece of shit table because it wouldn't slide things across it.
It's a fucking awesome table.
Here, let me throw you my lighter. We'll edit that out in post. Don't worry about it.
So we're driving back, and he's like, "Hey."
It's all good. I promise you. I've been hiding the ratchet from y'all the whole time.
The whole floor just caves in. The walls fall around us.
All the plastic falls off. Yeah.
You're not on a podcast, boys. But so he's like, bring that pipe. It's a small pipe. And I was like, dude, that's like a $300 pipe. Like, I don't want to bring that. If something does happen. I was like, I don't want to smoke weed either, because I just muted that, and it's already muted. But I was like, I don't want to smoke either because I don't want to get pulled over with shit. And he's like, hey, if we get pulled over, like, I'll take charges for everything. And I was like, no, man, there's no reason to bring it. And he's like, well, I want to get high while we're going. I was like, fuck it, man. And I go, what about the pipe? And he's like, I'll pay you for the pipe if we get in trouble. I'm like, okay. So drive to Dallas, have a good fucking day, come back that night. He's like, let me drive, you drive like a grandmother. I'm like, motherfucker, there's drugs in the car. And he's like, fuck it, let me drive. So he starts driving. He's driving like 15 over the speed limit, fucking tailgating everybody. He's trying to get back home. That fucking driver, like, fuck, I'm just ready to go to bed. We've been
married
on the
to that driver.
Yes. I fucking hate it. I drive like a grandmother everywhere.
Me too. You have a CDL?
No. I got a chauffeur's.
I got a CDL.
You got a chauffeur's? Mm-hmm. I have a chauffeur's license. Why do you have a chauffeur's?
That's cute.
I got to have it for the truck.
That's cute. You guys got chauffeur's license.
Hey, man.
That's adorable.
We can drive people around.
You can drive a limousine.
And a big fucking dirty stinky truck.
With no air brakes.
Terrible brakes. They don't care about our safety. Shout out Centos. Anyway, so we're driving back. He's following this person super close, and all of a sudden, whoop whoop. I'm like, fuck, man. So he tells me, grab the weed, put it in your bag that holds the pipe, the protector case.
But put it in your bag, not my bag. Put it in your bag.
I go, hey, and he goes, we're good. It's all mine. And I was like, okay. So, because I didn't want to be like, it's all his.
Oh, it's that litter box.
Oh, shit. fancy man over here.
It's self-cleaning. It's the only way to go.
I just pick up my cat shit with my bare hands. So he's like, it's cool. It's all mine. I was like, all right. And so he had one of those F-150s with the center console that lifted up so you could have a full bench. So I just shove it under there. The guy pulls us over. At the time it was back when I was trying to be a rapper, and I had a chain. Not like a chain, but it was made out of wood, and it had the zigzag guy as the emblem pennant. And so the guy pulls over, and I'm high as shit, right? And on the interstate, they go to the passenger side, correct?
Right.
I'm high as shit. I don't even know this. I don't even know how to drive barely. I'm like 19. And so the guy pulls up, and my buddy rolls down his window, and then the cop comes to our side, and the cop shines in the flashlight, and my dumb ass looks at him and goes, and just look forward, and my buddy's like, roll down the fucking window, you idiot. I was like, oh shit. So I roll down the window, the guy's like, hey, blah, 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 you were following this guy too close. And he's talking to my buddy, and then he goes, smells good in here.
I farted.
Yeah. Sorry, I just shit my pants, sir. And then he looks at my necklace. He goes, it's a cool necklace. And I'm like, he's like, y'all mind stepping out of the car real quick? I'm like, fuck, here we go. And
my buddy looks. I do.
Yeah. Do I gotta? And so my buddy looks at me. He's like, we're good, man. Like, you're good. And I was like, all right. So we fucking step out of the car, and he puts my buddy by his car with all the lights. So I can't see him. So he comes up to me, and he's like, hey, do you mind if I search the car? And I was like, it's not my car. I was like, I can't give you permission to do that. It's not my car. And I was like, you'll have to talk to him. So he goes over to him, and he comes back, and he's like, your buddy said it was cool to search my car. Is that okay? And I was like, I didn't say you could search the car. If he says it, he says it. It's his vehicle. He's like, all right, I'm going to search the car because he told me. I was like, all right, cool. So he's searching, and he's under the floorboard. He's fucking in the back little whatever seats, almost like jumper seats. It's barely a back seat. And so he's looking. He goes over to my buddy. He comes back to me, and he looks under the seat again. Then all of a sudden, he leaves again. He's like staring at me. He's like, you sure there's nothing in the car? And I go, it's not my car. I don't know if there's anything in it. So he comes back to my buddy, and then my buddy walks back. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And now they're both looking under the fucking seat. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, I had told this cop 20 times, I don't know if there's anything in the car. And the cop goes, or my buddy looks at me and goes, where'd you put the weed at? And I just look up and I go, under the armrest. And the cop just goes, fuck it. And he's just like, motherfucker. And he fucking lifts it, he grabs it, he fucking opens it, and he goes, all right, it's not that much weed. It was like maybe half a gram. He's like, y'all are good. I'm going to throw this out. I got to take the pipe. I'm just like looking at my buddy like, you motherfucker. It's a one-of-a-kind piece, hand blown. I'm like, you son of a bitch. He ended up paying me for it. And then to cap it all off, the cop looks at me and he's like, do you mind if I get a picture? I'm like, and I'm nervous. And I'm like, yeah. And so like I'm just sitting there. And I'm like, do you want me to smile? And like he's like, what? And I was like, do you want me to smile for the picture? And he goes, of your necklace, asshole. And I go, oh, yeah. He took a picture of it. He gave my buddy like a $50 ticket. We fucking went up.
That's fucking nuts.
I lied to the cop 100 fucking times. And then I'm like, it's right there, bro.
Yeah, hey, look, I know you said you guys got to go.
Yeah,
we've been at it for a little over 3 hours.
Fucking right.
Do you want to, before we do it, do you want to circle to the prequel before the producer thing?
Oh, yeah.
You talking about your on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. Do you want to show it to the people?
Yeah. What's it called?
It is Spotlight Fly Guys. You'll get to see my very first studio. It is a trash beat that we have. That's it.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yep. Trash video. This is our very first time doing stuff. Seems like you watched it before.
Is this Fly Guy Boo?
Yeah, there I am.
It does seem like I've watched this before.
You have watched it.
I must have. At least part of it.
You stopped at 40 seconds, so it must have been
it's a real good song.
40 seconds. That's Erica Lilly. Shelby Shaw wrote the lyrics. She was very butthurt that we didn't use her.
That was a clean face.
That's before you could grow the beard. Played on the old Squire.
That studio, man, I love that studio so much. That was done at Tipitina's music studio.
Oh, really?
Oh, I remember Tipitina's downtown.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I redid that whole room. I painted it and everything. Fly Guy James is still doing rap to this day.
Is he under that name still?
You can find him under Fly Guy James. James Morrison, and he is in Dallas now, and he's really doing his thing.
Is he?
Yeah.
The production quality of this video is fire.
Yeah.
So Matt Bell did the video. He is actually filming movies nowadays, and he's very good at his movie production.
I don't remember you without facial hair.
How long ago was this?
This
10 years?
was, 10, 15 years ago.
So you were 20-ish?
Yeah, I was 19, 20.
19, 20. Yeah, I remember that place. I learned how to play the drums a while back, and I went in there and jammed with somebody one night.
Nice.
So Pete Fetterman, we had the downstairs room. Pete Fetterman had a room right down from us. And me and Pete Fetterman were doing some stuff for a while. We need to get, if this continues to go, we need to get Pete on this podcast. I call him the most interesting man in Shreveport.
Nice.
He is the most interesting fucking guy.
And what'd you say his name was?
Pete Fetterman.
I feel like I know that name.
He is a known person around the city.
And all of these people in this are all local, like the two people rapping and the chick.
Yeah, one of the guys in the group has passed away.
Who?
Fly Guy.
Boo?
No, Boo is here.
Right now?
It was a weird situation. He worked with horses at the track, and he got bucked off a horse and got killed.
Jesus.
I almost got kicked by one time.
Yeah.
Kicked a 5-gallon bottle of water off my shoulder. It was that close.
Jesus fucking
Yeah,
Christ.
farrier was fucking with a horse at a place that I delivered to, and normally I walk like, it's this long barn. Normally I walk in this way,
Yeah.
but he had a horse there, so he was like, walk around.
Yeah.
And I was like, you want me to just leave him outside? He was like, no, you're fine. So
No, do your job.
well, when I walked around, like now where I walk in at, I'm right at this horse's ass. And the guy's like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Just go ahead. Just walk through. And when I walked through, the lady said it had to be the bottles. That spooked him. But I had one in my hand and one on my shoulder because it's all fucking like sand, for the ground. So I can't push a dolly in.
Yeah.
So I got one on my shoulder, one in my hand. And when I take that turn, I'm very hesitant about it because that horse is right fucking here.
Yeah.
Like I got to walk right past. And as I walked through, that horse kind of turned and like I guess he caught a glimpse of me, and he and kicked up in the front and pushed the farrier off, put his front, and then just kicked back. And when he kicked back, I did like that and let go of that 5-gallon bottle.
Yeah.
And he kicked that motherfucker across the damn barn. And I dropped the other bottle. and was like, you guys are on your own. Fuck that. I'll leave them out here.
Yeah.
And I dropped like 9 bottles off and left, and then picked up empties the next time. But I mean, that was.
Dude, fuck horses.
I had no idea.
I had one chase me. I had one chase me one time. I had this lady that I delivered to that she always had animals in her front yard.
Yeah.
There was always this horse, but it was in like the big part of her front yard, and it was gated from her driveway. So I just go up her driveway. The horse would come over there, but never nothing. I fucking go through the gate one day, and I go walking up driveway. I'm about halfway up the driveway, and fucking this horse is fucking hauling ass around the house. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah,
and I took off running. The horse had just had a baby like a week,
get the fuck
week or
away
two
from
before.
my,
and she heard me coming and was like, no. Nah, she fucking chased me out of there. I left my dolly and everything in there for like, I think 2 days. Had to come back and get it. Because I wasn't going back in that fucking, that bitch ain't biting me or kicking me across this fucking
My uncle
yard.
had a horse bite him once. His wife always had horses. And he just bit him on the back of the arm. And he's like, I just turned around and sucked that motherfucker square in the nose. And he's like, horse never came near me again.
It happened again. Exert that force. Well, we got to wrap this up.
Yep.
Well, yeah. No, this has been great.
Hell yeah, we'll do it
So
again
any
soon.
other time. Y'all are welcome here anytime.
Let's do it
So let's go ahead. I don't know if people will make it this far because we're 3 hours in.
Yeah, and I'll probably cut it down. And like what I was thinking about doing is cut it down to 15 minutes
segments.
as segments, put the whole thing out as a full thing, and
then you can watch
also do it
segments
in
if you
15
want.
minutes if you want to.
Well, let's go ahead and do the thing if you're cool with it.
What's that?
Plug yourself.
Johnny Gates. I ain't got much. Obviously on the go delivery, use us there. Johnny Gates, I'd like to start doing comedy again. His Man Cave Productions, gmail.com. His Man Cave Productions on YouTube.
Will I see you at the next open mic?
When is it?
Not this Friday, but next.
I should be able to make that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I would love to see you there, bro.
Yeah, I've got a nice bit that I've been working on. I just recently went to a DARE meeting.
Nice.
Or a DARE presentation with my daughter. And the last time I did DARE was in 1991. And it has changed. So I've got a bit that I've been working on. I've been writing out I want to get on stage with. So
hell yeah. Plug yourself.
I'm Chris Luker. You can catch me on Instagram at Chris Luker. Check me out on Facebook at Don't Take This Serious Comedy. That's where you can find all our dates, all our shows around the city, and any updates on things we got going on.
Don't Take This Serious Comedy.
Yep.
All day long.
All day.
All day.
Gang.
I am Nick Vinson. I am owner of socialanchor.io. We have a social media agency. I am co-founder of Don't Take This Serious.
Co-founder, definitely.
I am owner of Northeast Holding Company. We own rental properties and things of that nature. We talk about business. We talk about comedy. We talk about anything in between.
In between B and C? You should have done a B and Z or something like that.
My man right here has led us on the podcast. We really appreciate it,
man. And I appreciate y'all coming. I know it was obviously, with the way it sounded, it was kind of a leap of faith coming over here.
Yeah, it definitely was.
But I appreciate y'all jumping in, and hopefully I didn't disappoint.
No,
not at all.
We'll be back next Thursday.
So we have a show coming up next Friday.
Next Friday, we got the Texas Tiki Takeover. We're getting all comics from Tyler, Texas, Marshall, Texas, things like that. It's a 100% free show. Anytime we're over at Tiki, it will be a free show.
And that's the 3rd of February.
That is going to be February 3rd. Come out every Friday. We just got word, so this is a big announcement on that. We usually do every other Friday over at Tiki. From now on, we are going to be moving to every Friday for the open mics. Every 6 weeks, we got an actual showcase. You can come see these guys do actual sets and perform more than 5-10 minutes, something like that. So
things will be moving forward. We have a lot of stuff going on for 2023. I kind of fell off a little bit from the comedy scene in a sense, but I'm coming back with it.
Yep.
I'm here now, so
we're doubling down on everything this year, and
hopefully we can figure out a way to wrap all of this up in it.
Hell yeah,
like I said, I'm itching. I'm bored, and I want to do something. So
we have a headliner coming out. She opened up for Louis C.K.
Yep, her name is Ariel Isaac Newman. I should probably know that before I say her name. I'm going to get her in March. Nothing's been verified besides agreeing on numbers and arrangements. So hopefully within the next month we get her booked up, and we can have her for March here. So y'all can see some real big name talents that's traveling with, people that sell out stadiums. And
we're going to get her on the podcast as well, if that's
okay
with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so
I am open to all of it, man.
Hell
cool.
yeah.
All you got to do is call me and say, hey, this is what's going on, and we'll make the arrangements.
We're going to make it happen.
Yeah,
hey,
fuck yeah.
This shit was dope, guys.
I had a blast. I can't lie.
I fucking dig it. I fucking dig it. We did it.
The table's big.
And there it is.
The table's
Big
gigantic,
badass table, baby.
Close this sucker out, man.
I mean, you tell me how. You're the professional here. You close it out.
Shit.
Close it out, huh?
I mean, I don't know what to do. Normally we're just like, all right, bye.
Are we looking at the camera?
Guys, we really appreciate it. Can you make that go away
Yeah.
for just a second?
Yeah, do you want me to make...
Boom. So, guys, we really appreciate it. This is... Oh, can you make that go away? Because I don't really remember what the...
Talking points?
Can you
okay, my
Boom.
bad. Okay, I thought you wanted to see yourself.
No,
my bad.
no. So, one more time, guys, we really appreciate it. This is his Man Cave Productions. This is his Man Cave Productions.
Yes, it is.
We appreciate everything that... And if you stuck to this point, congratulations.
You did it.
Hey, I'm sorry that my dog decided to start
During
talking
that
to me in your
time.
plug. Yeah.
I ain't mad at him. Pete.
Pain in the ass.
Pete.
He's a lunatic.
What's up,
well,
Bimbo?
man, again, I was said it 3 or 4 times now. This has been a blast.
Yeah.
Welcome here anytime. Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate you for having us.
Tune in next time.
Fucking
More coming.
boom.